Stomach kinda hurts.
It seems like that. Like every Saturday, it seems like you do that. You
You
do that to
know?
yourself every week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I eat. I have dinner like pretty close to showtime here. You know, a,
Yes.
a lot of times.
Yeah, for you, it's so
Um,
much earlier. So yeah.
although, yeah, I had dinner about an hour ago, but it's still like
Still settling.
it's still there.
Yes. I know the feeling. Yes.
Wow.
I
Are we on?
don't know what's going on. Oh, we're
Are
live.
we live?
Uh-oh.
Is this thing live? Uh oh, I better press this button here. Right
Get started. Get the show.
now. Subscribe. Leave a thumbs up.
Please.
And share these videos. Share them everywhere you go. I share this stuff. I share this stuff all over.
I'll share it right now. Let me do that.
I share it all over Twitter. I share it on Facebook. I do Instagram stories where you swipe up in the stories and you get to click on it. I do those. Where else do I share these? A number of places.
A number of places, a number of people.
Man, well, hey, welcome everybody to John BL's Straturday Night Live.
Welcome.
There he
everyone.
is.
Happy Memorial Day weekend to all.
Yes. Yes.
Right here.
Yeah, there he is.
In the
right
flesh.
there. John BL 5150. That's him.
Yes.
Right there.
Still standing.
You're standing up?
Still, yes. I'm standing a little small tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, I just finished watching your show from last night. Good show, guys. And yeah, the outro was particularly entertaining. You guys were replaying my stunt.
Oh, yeah. From last Straturday night. Yeah, that was crazy, man.
Still have the mini, the remnants of the.
Still there? Oh, wow.
Little pick.
That is a little pick.
Check that out from last week if you didn't, if you weren't with us. It's a good time.
That was crazy, man.
No burn marks. Everything's good.
Oh, good.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
Thank goodness.
At least I pretend to.
Yeah. We're all just pretending.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, hey, welcome everybody. It is, well, here at least in Santa Cruz, California, it is May 29th, 2021. It's 9:01 p.m. out here. Midnight 01 over there where John BL is.
Right here.
And let's see if I can get through these things faster and faster. It's crazy, man. Become a channel member here on YouTube. Click the join button right below the thumbs ups. I see 19 currently. Thank you. I'd like to get at least 100, at least, or 200,
or 7,
or yeah, yeah. Either way, we like that stuff. The executive producers here on YouTube are Charles Green, Wayno, Joe Christian, Michael B, Thomas Santiago, Music Therapy Laz, Bent Tom, The Chad, James Gum, David Shegamori, Michael Smith, Randy Price. Yeah, we might see Stephen Michael Smith tonight. Stephen Franklin, Dead Halen, Crazy Cook 678, John Moronic. I think I saw you in the chat. Hey, man. Jim Ray Hawkins, Mike Neese, and Steve Carmichael.
Steve Carmichael.
Yes, the Steve Carmichael.
A name that must be repeated.
Yeah, Steve Carmichael. You say it 3 times, and he shows up in the chat. Steve Carmichael. Steve Carmichael. Steve Carmichael. Is he there?
Hold on.
I see Stephen Franklin. I said his name a few times.
There's Stephen.
Thomas Santiago. I see you. I see you guys. Well, hey, the executive producers are the top tier of channel membership here on YouTube. So again, click that join button and become a channel member today. Michael B, I see you, man. Awesome. And any super chats which support the channel, support these shows, will change the color of my lights. So if you notice behind me, you'll see like these lights. Currently they're pink. Actually, they're pink and blue right now. That's kind of like my standard setting that I have. Pink. It's like blue across the guitars there. This is the guitar noir, is what this is called. But if you'd like to help support the show, support the channel, any super chats, which basically is it highlights your question or comment in the chat over there. It pins it to the top, right up there, for the duration of whatever the tier of super chat that you did or do. Anyway, it also changes the color of my lights. It's an extra feature here on Johnny Beane TV. It's awesome.
Support the guitar more.
So yeah, oh, look at that.
There we go.
Who did that? Stephen Franklin. Thank you so much, man. Let's go green. It's a very good idea to go green. It is. It's also a very good idea to go red. Okay, or orange.
Each color is a different price point, basically.
Yeah. So Stephen Franklin, false flag. See, false. There you go.
Thank you. False
flag. Just like that. False flag. Thank you so much, man. Yeah. Thank you for all everything you guys do, man. This is amazing. Thank you.
Good color scheme. I like the orange. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool, huh?
Looks like it's on fire.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for your guys' support for the for these shows and for the channel. Awesomes. Let's see. We're also, I gotta switch over to my my brand section here for the rest of this. We're also live on Facebook, Johnny Beane TV Facebook channel. Please leave us a review over there. It could be about any of these shows, anything I've ever done on the internet. It's all there. I've been online for 20 years. Wow. No, over 20 years. I've had JohnnyBeane.com going for 21 years, even though I'm 29. So imagine that.
Oh, you were 8 years old when you started.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna make a domain. And I did it. And it's still there.
You were like, would they have considered you like a genius, or like what do they call like the young kids, the savant or something, like ahead of your time? I don't know.
I still am. Because nobody understands any of this stuff but me. So anyway, yeah. Make sure to follow Johnny Beane TV on Facebook. We're currently live over there, where we have Bo Bulware. I see you. Keith Campbell is watching us. Sherman Callahan, thank you for the stars. Haven't even talked about those yet. He sent 100 stars. Thank you, man.
Wow.
Jeff Alexander is over there. I see you guys. Kelly Labaka is over there.
Wasn't she the one from Weird Science?
I think, yeah. So welcome, you guys. We're also live in the Van Halen 1974 to 2020 Facebook group, where I've had to bounce a number of people today for being very bad.
Oh man.
And being mean to my friends.
Please behave.
Which is not cool. So if you guys, if you're watching from there, Just be cool. Okay, that's all you gotta do. Just be cool. Be cool to each
Be
other.
cool.
That's all you gotta do, right, Michael Warhawk? Hollock. Renus, I see you over on Facebook. Yeah, be cool. Yeah, be nice. There he is. Yeah, be nice over there.
Johnny's
That's
a nice
all.
guy. You gotta cut him some slack.
Yeah. I don't bounce people from the group for no reason. I mean, you have to be just horrible for me to bounce some people, but
even though it's occasionally entertaining for those of us watching from the outside, it's I understand why you have to do that.
Yeah. Just be excellent to each other.
There you go.
That's all you got to do.
Well said.
Yes, well said, Keith Campbell. So we're live over there as well. And I forgot to say this, but over on Johnny Beane TV,
words.
Facebook Stars is the way that you can help support the channel over on Facebook, like the stars from Sherman Callahan. Thank you so much, Sherman. Sherman is like a top star sender over there, man. He's got the little star icon. He's got the diamond icon next to his name. He's a top fan, like Keith Campbell is as well.
It's impressive.
Thank you so much, you guys. So there's that, and then I just saw. Is that Keenan? Keenan Neighbors. Hello from Tennessee.
Nice.
Where the men are men and the sheep are scared. Oh my gosh.
Ride your sheep.
Yeah. Keenan, thank you so much, man. Keenan has been awesome. We're on Facebook and very, very, very cool dude. Very cool. Very cool. And Keenan, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Everybody. Two more things and then we'll get to this. Let's see. Follow me on Amazon. I'm what you call an Amazon influencer now. And I recommend products that I use, stuff I actually use, stuff that I enjoy.
Influencing the younger generation.
I guess. Where's the thing? There we go. So yeah, you can go to johnnybeane.shop. That'll take you to my Amazon page. Click follow, and you'll be notified every time I go live over there, talking about products that I actually use. So there's that, and then last but not least, I'm finally a gamer. So you can follow me over on Twitch, and I'm currently playing Grand Theft Auto.
Looks like Space Invaders down there.
Wow, that's the only icon that they had.
Grand Theft Auto, yeah, I never. Oh, and John, your shirt's backwards in that photo.
It's awesome. Well, yeah, it's a selfie. Yeah, I'm wearing the Halenville shirt apparently.
Yes.
In this one, when you take when you take a front-facing picture, I think that was in Snapchat. I did that. Yeah, that's why it's backwards.
Your face looks different backwards too.
Actually, better looking backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, Andrew Walton. I see you on Facebook. Thanks for joining, man. I've been an influencer since 1998. Keith Campbell is saying, yeah, probably. So, okay.
Yeah, I remember ordering Amazon back in the 90s. I remember I got the laser disc of Star Wars. That was the first thing I bought on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Back, I think that was like probably 98, 99.
Man,
we love you, Amazon. Thank you.
Oh yeah, Amazon is great. Amazon is awesome, and now I'm doing the Amazon thing.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
So what else is going on this week? You have a good week?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just been a blur because, we were live Tuesday. The end of the month is extra insanity around here because you got Tuesdays, talking
Oh, that's
guitars and
right.
80s metal,
And
you know.
Wednesdays.
And then the last
Yeah.
Wednesday you got Metal Wednesday, and I sat in for Jay Hammond. So there was that. Uh Thursday, I slept all day. And then Friday, talking Van Halen,
Yes,
where we
good
t-
show last
where
night.
we
Yeah.
talked about some cool stuff.
Yeah, we can talk about
Thank
some
you,
of that.
man.
Was that Alex's 1980 drum set was really that was I've seen that going around, but now it's up for auction now, huh? Is that what?
Mhm. Mhm.
That's one of the. I mean, all of his sets were amazing, but that one's iconic too.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so this week for me has been kind of a there we go, kind of a blur. False flag. Thank you, man. Have we heard of is it Arda?
Yeah, it looks like Arda
Arda
guitars.
guitars, Italian made. Very cool. Like how do you pronounce that?
Sir?
Sir?
Yeah, Sir guitars, right?
No, we haven't. But we have now. We'll
Arda.
have
Yeah,
we'll have to
heard of Aria, but that was Aria was a. Remember the
yeah.
Aria Pro? Hey,
Yes.
Sandra.
Hey, Sandra.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Arda
Arda,
guitars. I'm gonna look them up right now. Let's see. A
Italian
R
made.
D A.
Well, they know how to make their guitars out there. The the acoustics, like I think there's some very well high end acoustics that they some Italian makers out there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. I'm look here. Let me
Share it.
let's see. There's the guitars. I'm on their website. It's artaguitars.it. Oh, cool. Hey, yeah. Let me. I gotta jump in. Let's see. Jump into the studio. Oh yeah. Who do we have here? We got
Oh, let's
80,
check it out.
80, 80
Participants.
currently total.
Let's see, who do we got? We got Browns fan in the house. CK, E flat 916, False Flag, Fruitcake Tony, Halface, John Moronic, Keenan Neighbors, Craven Soda, KXM Rock, Lenny Lou. I gotta put my glasses on. Michael B, Music Therapy Laz, Neil Daly, R2R3, Renus Pinkle, Robot Master Switch, Sandra Picorni, Steve Carmichael, Stephen Franklin, Terry Himes, Thomas Santiago, Thrash Metal and Fun Riffs, Tubininen, Vista Light 1972, Wayno A, or Wayno, and the rest. Thank you. Smash that thumbs up. Oh, those are nice looking. Nice.
Look at that. So you got the these guitars.
What are those? 2 6 strings and a 7. Jay might be interested in that.
The Summit.
Yeah.
Can we click on that?
Is that 7 or is that 8? Looks like a lot of strings. I guess I
think it's a 7. It says 7 right there, so it's probably a 7.
You add one string and it looks like it's a super wide neck, but nice. Arda, what is it? Arda.
Arda guitars.
The Art of Guitars. Oh, cool. See the Duncan pickups. See more Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Looks like it's got a. The back plate looks like it's made out of wood. Looks like it's got grain on it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Kind of like a PRS / like a Schecter almost.
Mm-hmm. Is it the Duna?
Duna Sunrise.
Duna Sunrise.
Oh, it's all in Italian. All the specs are all trying to read
yeah.
that, like,
is it? Is it Italian?
Yeah, well, I'm
Wait,
assuming it's Italian.
Oh yeah, it said I could
Propose.
translate it. It said I could translate, but maybe it just
Oh, you
translates
forgot to translate.
on my side. I don't know.
Those are cool looking, yeah.
Very cool, man. False Flag. Do you play these?
They look expensive.
Yeah, I mean they look like they're definitely well, they're definitely totally made in Italy. I mean, it says
I
right
was
there.
just looking at that. Totally
They're
made now.
they're totally made in Italy.
Totally.
Like yeah,
Like totally.
like way.
Yeah.
Like made.
In like Italy and stuff.
And junk. Not that that's junk, but in junk. Yeah.
Yeah. We're off to a great start tonight. Let's have.
Oh, that's because it's just the two of us.
I know. So Arda guitars, anyway.
Arda guitars. Arda.
Stuff.
Arda guitars. Oh, the photo gallery. Oh my gosh! Here we go.
Some nice looking instruments. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Now we're getting
those
into
bridges are. Yeah, it looks like there's a Floyd on some of those, but some of those, the ones up above the hardtail one, that first one. Look at the bridge on that first one. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with that. Is it like a Kaler slash a? No, I don't know what's going on with that, but that's
false
cool
flag. False flag. Thank you.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, neck through and.
Wait, where's the? Yeah, look at that. Look at that bridge.
Is that just like a decoration under that, or is it like a compensating bridge or something? Oh, because you look at the frets. The frets are even the compensating frets.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Jay, you seeing this?
I know Jay would love this stuff. Is that a baritone? Those, I don't know. What's it? How many does that? Yeah, 6 or 7. It looks like.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So those guitars, $3,000 plus.
Have you ever played ones with the compensating frets? The ones that, I don't know how it works, but the frets.
Yeah, because I think the guy that invented that actually lives here, or lives in the Bay Area, and I played one of his guitars way back in the day. Oh, that's Nevertune. False Flag is saying thank you.
Oh,
man.
okay. That's that bridge is called Nevertune.
I don't know.
Or the frets, I don't know.
Yeah, but the dude that invented the you're talking about the frets that go sideways.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
His name. Yeah, fanned frets. KXM. What's the guy's name? He lives in Berkeley, or he lived in Berkeley. The guy that came up with that. Because he used to work at the shop that I worked at, and they every once in a while they would have those guitars in there. Do you remember the guy's name?
Looks like it's active electronics with battery compartments on the back. That's
man, that's guitar. Look at these. I saw one down here. Oh my! Look at that.
Yeah, look at the top. Wow.
There we go. Mike. There you go. Novak. Yeah, Ralph Novak. That's the dude. Yeah, Ralph Novak. Yeah, he worked at Subway Guitars.
Oh, the shop that you used to work at.
Yeah, but not when I did. He did like decades before I did. But Ralph Novak, I think he's the guy that came up with what's called the fanned frets.
Wow. And what's the advantage supposed to be of that? Is it it compensates for the lack of perfect tuning for a guitar or something like that?
I'm not sure,
because everyone says guitars, you can never perfectly tune a guitar. Like there's always some frets that'll be out of tune, or because of just the way that it's made. So if you fan the frets, maybe it compensates for that. I don't know. It's interesting.
Maybe.
I've seen them. I've never played one. I don't know. Have you ever played one?
Yeah, I have. But this was 20 years ago. if not longer, 25, 30. Well, not 30, but I'm
You're
29.
not that old.
I'm 29, so no, it wasn't 30 years. It might have been 28 years ago.
Yeah, something like that. You were a young one.
Look at this stuff. Jay, what do you think? Is that's just a picture there doing that? Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's two pictures combined there. Wow, some interesting body shapes there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and the top. Wow.
And the finish.
Neck through, several piece necks. Jeez.
This is one of those websites though where it's kind of weird when you're scrolling in.
Somebody send Jay one of those for a demo, or Johnny, or me.
Yeah, somebody send John Biel one of these.
What's the one in the middle? Is that a bass? How many strings on that?
Is that the one you want?
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Somebody
I won't know how to play it, but 8 strings at least.
Is it Arda? Arda Guitars. Send this guitar to this guy right here.
Please.
He'll do a review.
Yeah.
he'll gladly review this for you. Oh man. Hang on. Let's get back to that. Oh my gosh.
That's too many strings for me.
How many is that? I'm gonna say 8.
Looks like 8, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it 8?
Yeah. But just look at the body. It's like a BC Rich kind of body design, but the what are the contours or wow.
Mm-hmm.
Or Jerry Garcia almost. Really cool. And the top is, I mean, the wood looks great. Good wood. You gotta have good wood.
Yes.
Yes. The blade, yeah.
I think
not into that
cool.
Stuff. Yeah, that's some serious metal right there.
Oh yeah. I mean that's a serious looking guitar. Yeah, there's all kinds here. They got some PRS types like that.
They're all different. Like the body styles are all very different. The bridges are all very different.
Because they're custom.
They must be completely. You can get whatever kind of bridge or electronics you want. That's really cool.
Probably all one of a kind. False Flag, you sent me a picture. Thank you again, man.
False Flag endorses them. Must be good.
False Flag. By the way, that phone number that this is covering up at the moment, you can text that phone number anytime, day or night.
Yeah, send us your
like David Scher. David Scher sent us a selfie right there. And dude, I hope you're feeling better, man. I've just happened to see on Facebook you said you weren't feeling well.
Get well soon, David.
Hope everything's cool, man. Let's see. Wait a minute.
What's everyone talking about in the chat?
I'm looking. I don't see a picture. I got the picture, the selfie from David Scher. I got a message from you saying really made in Italy with the Union Jack in the corner. Reminds me a lot of PRS. I don't see a picture in the text though. Oh, wait, I just got one here. The manual for Arda guitars.
What is it?
Okay, where's that guitar at? Oh wait,
what the BC Rich looking one?
Yeah. Anyway, this is the.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So if you can do that, if you can do that, you know you can do this.
You got 8 fingers.
That's the guitar for you right there. You know.
Man, that's cool looking. Even like John Entwistle kind of. What were his like the? Oh man, I can't. He had some really oddly the Buzzard guitars. That's what he had. The brand that he endorsed was Buzzard, and they were kind of
Buzzard.
Yeah, John Entwistle, like the later like the whatever, like late 80s into 90s. Entwistle was the brand that he used. Very cool stuff,
man. Paul, what do you think of these?
Fan.
No,
not a fan of the weird ones. No, but I'm a traditionalist though. I don't like a lot of odd shaped guitars, man. I'm a classic guitar shaped guy.
Mm-hmm. Even if,
but
like,
they're cool.
Price was no point. If price was no object, like,
yeah,
you wouldn't want like a real exotic looking.
No, I mean, I like as I have said more often than not, my favorite guitars are Les Pauls, man. I like a good straight up Les Paul. I like a plain top. I don't really need a huge flame top or a quilt or any of that stuff.
Well, nobody needs any of that.
But I don't need it. Yeah, but for me, I'm pretty meat and potatoes, man. When it comes to guitars, I mean, other than the Ernie Balls, I mean, and those aren't really extravagant looking. They're basically a cross between a Les Paul and Telly in shape. I just want a good playing guitar. And if a good playing guitar is a $99 guitar with a slapped on neck, then great. But this right there, that's it's fantastic. But you're the only one that really gets a chance to appreciate it. Yeah, you're the only one that gets a chance to appreciate it. I mean, it's a work of art at that point. It's not really the first time you get a ding on that finish, you're going to be miserable. It's like people that buy.
If price was no object, if you well, like, if you could go out and build one of those custom, as extreme as you wanted to.
Yeah, I don't think I would. I think I like a good, beautiful. I mean, I think a good Strat or a good Les Paul or a good Rickenbacker. Like, I like traditional guitar stuff, other than Explorers or SGs. Like, but I don't need, I don't need cutaways that are 14 inches long and that could stab you. The cutaway meets the fucking headstock at the top, or anything.
And you can get the job done with anything, with any of those.
Sure, yeah, no, sure. I mean, anything will do it.
I'm not even scrolling. This website automatically scrolls.
It automatically does that, does it?
Yeah. See, look, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I think I will tell you, it's probably an age thing. I think like a lot of people, classic lines versus angular lines versus wild colors and shit like that. I don't know. I think when it's all said and done, though, every guitar is a variation off of the Les Paul or the Strat, and all of these guitars are now, they're all just sort of variations on the same theme. Other than, so it is what it is. I mean, to each his own. The beautiful part is there are companies making guitars, and that's a great thing, because for the longest time the guitar industry was in trouble.
Ooh, the double neck. Here it comes. Wait for it.
Huh?
Neck. And it's so ornate.
Wow.
There's something for everybody, man, and that's if that's your thing, then great. There's a place for you to get those.
Get the fretboard on that. The lower.
It's beautiful. They're beautiful works of art.
Oh, there you go.
The Realm Custom 2. Like, that's clearly made for somebody that plays an Evanescence or or fucking Ghost. Or somebody like that. That's not for me. I can't see myself playing Couldn't Stand the Weather on one of those guitars. You know what I mean? It's just clearly made for a purpose.
Yeah. But it looks cool. It looks cool.
Oh, yeah, sure. No, and more power to people that want it. Good for them. Look, at some point, Grover Jackson's going to die. You know what I mean? Like, the guys that build Jim DeCola is going to die. Not that I want them to, but eventually those guys are going to die. So somebody has to take that place.
He's supposed to be on the show.
Well, he can't die before he's on the show, but at some point he's going to die.
Put some strings on that thing, man.
False Flag. This is False Flag's guitar.
Are there strings on it, or is it just the picture?
This is the stringless. No, there is strings.
Stringless.
This is strings.
I love the stringless guitar. I shred on those.
Me too. Yeah, those are my.
There are strings on that. And who said it? Who in the chat said that? I know Charlie Hunter. Yeah, he was the guy. Hey, Sandra. Sorry. Charlie Hunter. He was one of the first guys to play the Ralph Novak's 8-string guitars.
Charlie Hunter.
Yeah. Wow. I watched Charlie Hunter and Ox Skolnick jam one time together years ago, and it was pretty cool. Long time ago. Man,
cool stuff.
They're cool looking guitars. But when you look at them, I mean, it's the top is quilted maple. It's all the same components. It's just whatever the veneer is and the color scheme, which is great. Fucking inlays are beautiful.
I wonder what it says. Is that like Japanese or something, or some kind of code?
Crap.
Website has a mind of its own.
Yeah.
Get that.
There we go.
Oh wow. Yeah, wow.
It's like an elf.
Mm-hmm.
Or what do you call those things?
Rose on the other one.
What were those things from Dark Crystal?
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what
what were those called?
Nerd.
Well, I never saw it. I just know about it.
No. Yeah, that's the thing. Those things are so beautiful.
Volute. Look at the volute. Ooh.
Yeah, they're so beautiful though. You take them out on the road, the first time it gets dinged, you're gonna be fucking pissed.
Nah.
But look at it. I mean, look at the points on those cutaways.
I mean, that's got to be probably a $7,000 or $8,000 guitar. If the regulars are like $3,000,
By the way, Johnny, if you go to the top of the page and you click English,
I'm trying.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
English,
Yeah. I clicked on that originally, and then it just didn't.
Ernie Ball. Ernie Ball string.
I have to redo it.
Hands.
Reload. So reload the page. Yeah, just reload the page.
I think we're good.
They're good. They're good looking guitars. By the way,
he's saying we can move on. That's what he's saying.
I think I got tossed out of the Gibson Les Paul group on Facebook today for posting my fucking Fujigen. They were so pissed. Was it the
LTD? What was it?
No, I have a Fujigen that I just got from Dane.
I saw some. I briefly saw that at
This is
nice.
Fujigen.
Is that lawsuit era?
Yeah. Well, no. The company Fujigen is the company that made the lawsuit era guitars. They make Orville guitars for Gibson in Japan.
Oh yeah.
And years ago, they decided to make their own guitars, and they're real tough to find in this country. I mean, they're you won't find many of them. And somebody traded one into Dane. So I gave Dane that Jimi Hendrix Strat that I didn't really dig on that much. Goodness. And then we put Gibson T-tops in it. So it's literally it's a fucking with the exception of the it's a two-piece body.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's not chambered. It's spec'd exactly as a Les Paul. The only difference is the cutaway on the headstock doesn't have the notch in it.
I want to change the tuners. What kind of tuners are those? Those look
Grovers.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah. They're either Grovers or Goto. I can't read the thing on it right now.
Begins with a G anyway.
Yeah. But either way, I mean, I might change them and put locking tuners on it or whatever. But it's not chambered, so it weighs like 12 pounds. We put Gibson T-tops on it. And it sounds phenomenal. And I was like, all right, well, because I'm a Les Paul guy, but I made the mistake of pointing this out, even though this is the company that makes Orville Les Pauls in Japan. See, Gibson can't use the name Gibson in Japan for some people that don't know that. The Gibson trademark is taken by some other company. It was done years ago. And so all the Gibson guitars in Japan are made under a name called Orville, which was Orville Gibson was the guy who started the company. So any Japanese Les Paul made by Gibson is actually called an Orville in Japan, and they were made by Fujigen, which is the company that makes this guitar. Fujigen also makes the Ibanez Gem, the Japanese Ibanez Gems. So this with the T-tops in it sounds as good, plays as good as any American Les Paul I have ever picked up. It is it's fucking phenomenal. It's the workmanship is perfect. Is
the top a
now it's a maple top.
Oh,
it's a maple top. Yeah. Now I don't know if it's a maple top with the veneer over it, but it's a full maple top. What's the shit?
Yep.
But yeah, Fruitcake Tony says he would have kept the white lefty Strat. I've got enough Strats. Hello, Jay.
Hey, look who's lame tonight. Yeah.
Wine cooler.
Sorry to interrupt.
Hard lemonade.
Sorry to interrupt, but you got to hear it. Listen, isn't that just?
What's the flavor?
Oh God,
Looks good.
it's hard. Strawberry lemonade.
Strawberry. Do you have your Crocs on?
I did before. I
right,
walked the
cool.
dogs.
Okay.
I had my black Crocs with the blue straps. Oh my God,
yay.
this isn't very good.
No, but Mike's Hard Lemonade is the breakfast of champions at a football game.
Wow. Can give you
Hey, Alan.
acid reflux.
Yeah, that might happen, especially if I got some kernels.
Oh boy.
Sweet.
Oh.
I've already gone balls deep in it.
Jeez.
Clearly.
Ate about 1.5 pounds of cashews already.
So anyway, this is the
Wow.
guitar that got me that got me, I think, thrown out of the Gibson group on on Facebook. But I could care less because it's fucking.
Did you? So you posted a picture on the Les Paul forum?
Here's the thing: I posted on the Les Paul forum, and I posted the fact that hey, this is the company that makes Orvals. And then I also posted a picture of like a group picture of all of my Les Pauls because you have to have Les Paul content on there. And I got a note from the administrator. They had pulled my post down, and it said reason for it. This is a Les Paul only forum, not for fake Les Pauls. I'm like, you clearly don't know who the Orville factory or who Fujigen are.
So is
really
it directly a Gibson? I mean,
it's made by the same people that make the Japanese Gibsons. It's the same exact fucking guitar, except it doesn't have a notch in the headstock, and they've got their own brand name on it. They're not really sold in the United States very often. They're tough to find. So
I've heard of the Orville. I've heard.
Yeah.
Don't they? Is there an American Orville that
No.
There are some. Maybe I'm thinking of Maestro, where it's very like the very very low end Gibson stuff.
Yeah, the Maestro is a very low end. But Orville is the Gibson brand made in Japan. Kind of like when they sent all the Axis EXs over to Japan from Ernie Ball. Same idea. They just have a factory over there that they make them. They basically what Fujigen did, along with Tokai. Those were the two companies that made all the lawsuit guitars in the 70s and 80s. So the companies, Fender and Gibson, were like, well, fuck it. We're just going to contract those guys to make our guitars for Japan instead of just building them here and exporting them. We might as well build them over there and have them slap our name on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can drink this. I really don't know.
Just finish it.
I thought I'd be able to.
You feel great afterwards.
I don't know, man. I had the what is it? There was another. I got the 12 pack. For some reason, we went to the store today, and Jeannie bought four cases of beer, all different. And then we were strolling down the aisle, and I just spot one 12 pack left, the multi pack of Mike's Hard Lemonades, and I was like, you know what? It's warm out. I haven't had one of these in years, and now I'm regretting it.
So what comes in the multi pack?
So you got regular
drink them all.
Yeah.
Mix them all up.
Maybe I'll just go grab a plain lemonade one, but it's got the regular lemonade. Then it's got is it black cherry lemonade or something? I had one of those earlier today.
Wow.
And it was actually pretty good. I finished it. I don't know if I can finish this one.
Do they still make the original Jack Daniel's Lynchburg lemonade 4-packs?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Some of those.
You got to go to
my
the liquor
God.
store for those, I think.
Oh my God, those were so good. The problem is they're only like 8 ounces, so you got to buy like
You
6
finished
or
the
7.
4-pack but because they're like 8%.
Yeah, but it's like 4 shots of Jack Daniel's Lynchburg lemonade. Like the bottles are like ponies, and you take a shot back, and you're like glug glug. It's empty. Shit, I need another one. And the next thing you know,
you're ripped.
Next thing you know, your eyes are crossing.
Yeah, I will get some for next week because I'm craving them because I haven't had them in probably 20 years.
I think I think they really expect you to drink all 4 like at once. Like
of course
right
they
away.
do.
Just because, it is. They're so good. They're good.
They're so good. I mean, especially on a hot day.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sherman Callahan.
Michael B said, "Return it." I return it.
Put the cap back on. Return it that full. I'm unsatisfied with this product.
Oh man. Somebody else asked the question. Oh, it was I guess False Flag He said, Jay, contact Arta. They might endorse you. I really wasn't a fan of the look of those guitars. I'm more of a,
Jay.
you know, a traditionalist when it comes to the look, but obviously the Super Strat Hot Rod, that's where I kind of go towards. So those ones that look like they're played by vampires, I'm not into that. Not into that.
Well, you're sitting there in the dark.
But if somebody wants to send you one,
I think they look cool. I think they're awesome. I'll endorse them.
I'll play one.
Have them send one to
Johnny.
John
You'd rather play the one that looked like fangs over this? Like if you got to choose one of these or the fang guitar, which one would you choose? Which one would you...
Really, it just depends on whichever one shows up first.
Yeah.
God. All right. What if they both showed up at the same time and you can only sign for one of them?
I would just whichever box was bigger.
Johnny, make a choice, man. Make a choice.
I'm really not an Ibanez.
Johnny cannot make a choice.
That's really not my thing. The Ibanez guitars.
But a fang guitar is.
It's interesting.
Which one would Ed play? Which one would Ed prefer?
I really like playing stuff that's just different.
Oh,
that looks different. Right. And when you show up at a gig and you got some bizarre looking crazy thing, you're gonna get the attention.
You're gonna get people going, yo, that guy must play in typo negative, man.
Actually, they probably sent Ed one of those.
Look out, that guy bites.
Nobody makes me drink my own blood. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Bleed my own blood.
I can't drink this. I gotta go get a different flavor.
Which
one? Should I get the regular lemonade or should I get
watermelon?
Yes.
What kinds?
Yes, lemonade is lemonade flavor. Get fucking lemonade.
This is like
too much lemonade.
You know what this tastes like? This tastes like the regular lemonade, but if they put like 30 strawberry chapsticks inside of this.
It's too sweet.
Oh.
It's too sweet. It gets to the point where it's just it's like you're drinking all sugar.
Too sweet.
Too sweet. Sorry, I'd like to apologize for the sunburn, but it was 100 and fucking something today, and I rode the motorcycle. So,
oh my god,
yeah, that's one day in the sun in Arizona, right there on a motorcycle. That'll get you.
100 fucking something, man.
Yo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I look like I'm sunburned, but I was just laughing.
It was like 50 something here today.
It was nice here, man.
Yeah. It's a rough Memorial Day weekend up here. It's like 60, 50. It's really cool this weekend, but that's all right. Mm-hmm. We'll still have fun.
Wow. Thank you, chat security. I appreciate that. It's very nice.
Of course it was Renus. Of course.
Yeah. Man.
So what else is going on?
Can't complain. Man. I mean, I could. Bruins won tonight. That's good. I'm happy about that.
Wow. I didn't see.
That makes me happy.
Thanks for breaking.
You're welcome. Fuck you. If you were a fan, you would have watched the game.
I know.
I'm 4,000 miles west of you.
Man.
I'm 4,000 miles west of you, and I got to see it.
I used to watch every game for 10 years straight, but recently with everything that went on, with the canceling seasons and stuff like that in the last year and stuff, I just fell off the bandwagon. But I got to check out some of the games.
It was great. Today was the first day that they had full capacity at the Boston Garden, so it was different. Wow. It was a different energy. They're starting to bring fans back to games, and
I bet
it makes the games look good.
Mm-hmm. Man.
That was game. Was it game one?
Game one of the second round.
Well, I'll have to tune in for game two.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never been into sports.
No, shocking.
What do you like? You like music and stuff, or dreams?
I like dreams and stuff.
I like. I like. Well, you're answering them, but yeah, I like Full House. I like.
He likes Van Halen, Duran, and the Police.
Yeah,
and it depends on what order that's in.
I do a lot worse than that.
I'm not wrong, right?
No, No, you're not. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I was listening to some Van Halen today.
No,
in the car. Actually, I was listening to. Nah. It wasn't. It was part of my. I've got all the Guitar Hero stuff, and so it was. I was listening to the bass track. I was listening to Michael Anthony play Jump. That's what I was listening to.
Michael Anthony played Jump? That's not what I heard.
You must be in that group.
We love you, Mike. Come on.
No, I'm about ready to tap out of that group. Just fucking tired of it. Just tired. It's just too much noise.
It's crazy. I bounced a few people today.
Yeah. Well, did you get I reported a bootleg shirt like 2 days ago.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Snitch.
Yeah.
Fuck that. If anybody's gonna get paid off Eddie Van Halen, it should be fucking Eddie Van Halen's family.
I know. I understand.
But,
I've got a couple of those quote unquote bootleg shirts myself, though.
No, sure. You make them yourself.
The poof shirt is a bootleg shirt.
Of course it is.
It's a poof.
And you'll never get one, Paul.
Because I know. So that's why I'll report them. That's why I'm reporting. Just know that every bootlegger on the face of the earth that makes bootleg T-shirts that I report is on your fucking back.
Oh no,
it's your fault. All you had to do was send me a T-shirt. You even promised me one like 2 years ago.
You don't want one. Well, you just basically said you don't endorse
No.
bootlegs.
I didn't. No, it's not what I said.
All right.
What I said was, if anybody's going to make money off Eddie Van Halen, is that poof shirt on Eddie Van Halen? No.
It's a Van Halen shirt, but
no, it's not. It just was something somebody wore in a Van Halen video.
Okay.
It's not a trademark.
But I Van Halenized it because the back mentions the band.
Mm-hmm. And Michael Anthony signed like 3 of them.
And you're a criminal.
Still doesn't remember it.
And you're a criminal. You're
he
a criminal.
Signed mine.
I own that. Yeah.
You're stealing food out of Michael Anthony's
sorry.
family's. Yeah, you should feel bad about it.
Michael, let's team up. We can actually make it for real, and we can make like
My favorite stupid nonsense thing going around this week was the people whoever put together the Michael Anthony joins Megadeth meme. Right. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
There are people that would be like, well, he didn't even play on the Van Halen records. How could he play for Megadeth?
Yeah.
Sorry, chat security.
And then a hush fell over the crowd as Johnny Beane threw up into his fist.
I am. I'm puking right now.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Wait, who's here? Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hang on. Let me pull my mouse over here. Hey, man.
What's it?
Pull your mouse.
Hey. Yeah, I have two monitors now. And I can mouse like to the other monitor and have like 2 different things going at once. It's
technology.
Great. Yeah, it's like the future, you know.
The future and stuff?
And stuff.
It's quality.
What's up, Caleb? How are you doing tonight?
I'm good.
Good. Good to be good.
How's everybody?
Tired, sunburned.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about, Caleb? We need to get this. We need to get the ball rolling here.
All right, let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I was doing great talking about a guitar, and then Jay came in and Drunky McDrunkerson decided to stop in.
What a downer! Terrible lemonade.
I'll talk about something. Today I uploaded a video of me playing "I'm the One" all the way through, and I gotta tell you, that is a motherfucker of a song, and I think I prematurely ejaculated that one. So,
wait, really, in front of the kids?
Yeah. But I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to use it as a template, and I'm going to work really hard on it. And next week, I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to show the progress.
Did somebody call you out on it, or what?
I kind of called myself out when I uploaded it, because it literally took me a lot. Let's put it this way. I haven't done like an all the way through on any of these songs in a long time. And to do it on that one is just ridiculous.
But someone has to practice because he has a show coming.
Yeah, but
that's advanced, Caleb. That's
but you know what's weird about that song is like, unlike other songs, you can kind of mess this up here, mess that up there, and kind of squeeze back into the groove. If you mess that groove up at all, you're fucked.
Or you can be in another Van Halen tribute band who shall remain nameless, who doesn't play their parts.
Or you can be in another song completely. So
expert level.
It's really, I mean, you got to give it up. There's something about I'm the One that is very special in the catalog, and it really shows what he can do with his right hand, and that no one else can really do. And it's amazing. It's an amazing track, and I can't believe, like, a lot of their songs, especially, in the original 6 records, he'd just go all the way through, and there wouldn't be any punching, and he would just get through it. It's similar with like Hang 'em High. Very similar.
Well, you know the saying, if you make a mistake, do it twice so they think you meant to do it.
Right. But
you can't make 2 mistakes in that song. That song.
But how do you know that the difficulty in staying in that song isn't the mistake of the song? Like certain things, like when Zeppelin does Black Dog, they're so off time, and then it comes back in. You can't plan that. It either happens or it doesn't.
And I'll tell you, that's the hardest song to ever play. It's really hard to get in. You're trying to catch a moving truck, jump on it just perfectly. But this one, it's crazy. There's such a swing to it that I'm really going to work hard on, but I'm not even sure if I'll be able to get it. But
get ready, Johnny. The only other 2 guys that have that swing are Gilbert and Nuno.
Oh, let's see.
Sorry, Johnny, you weren't prepared.
Oh, here it comes.
There they are.
Totally Photoshop. Totally Photoshop.
Yep.
Yeah, they photoshopped me.
You can tell that Photoshop. Nuno's head is big.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wow, it is big.
Yeah, actually, I photoshopped this guy out of it.
Oh,
he was actually in the middle.
Meh.
That explains the faces.
But anyway, that's what I did today, and a few people call me out on it, but I'm good. I told them, look, I got some work to do.
We talking about practice. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Practice.
And some people were kind of, we're like, wow, I appreciate you doing that, because everything's not always as easy or pretty as it seems. So,
well, yeah.
Yeah, the tough thing to do is, and I think somebody in the chat even just said it. Eddie didn't really play to the bass; he played to the drums, and the drums sometimes are haphazard when Alex, depending on how Alex's blood alcohol or cocaine content were at the time during the take, and even during the song. You know what I mean? That when you're playing with a live drummer, this is the thing. One of the things that gets lost in today's music is so many people are using click tracks and quantizing everything, that you lose a lot of that live swing that guys like Keith Moon and Alex Van Halen and John Bonham that would have. Guys like Neil Peart were perfect. Guys like yeah, he certainly did. Guys like Neil Peart are perfect. Guys like Mike Portnoy are perfect. They're machines. And Gavin Harrison, those guys are phenomenal drummers, and they're always going to be perfect. Their quantize is perfect. Whereas when you've got somebody like Alex or John Bonham or Tommy Lee or something like that, it can go from take to take, and that's why a lot of the times they kept some of these sloppy takes, because there's no guarantee you're going to capture that same groove. And trying to recreate that groove exactly the way it is on the record is almost impossible, because you have to be in that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right, Jay?
I think Alex played to Eddie more than Eddie played to Alex, but that's my opinion.
Maybe.
Like when you watch them live, it seems like Alex would kind of follow Eddie's tempo and stuff like that. I went down there. Killian woke up, and I was going to get the plain Mike's Hard, but I just had to go with Old Faithful here.
Well, I mean, especially I'm the one. Alex has to play to Eddie because Eddie starts the song. You know, and so it's not like Alex.
Well, and
sitting there going and a 1 and a 2. You know, I mean, it's Eddie going, and then Alex comes in.
And we all know after watching them live, if Alex is going too quick or too slow, Eddie goes over, puts his foot up on the monitor on the side of the riser, and looks at him and stares at him and gets him back to where he's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can tell when you watch just Live on the Net in itself, almost near the end of every single song, when the camera's on Eddie, he'll turn around and look at Alex to let him know, like, "Yep, this is where we end it." You know, it's like almost every song he does it.
Well, that's what happens.
I
when
bet
you got
he
a guy
doesn't
who
have to do that. I bet you he doesn't have to do that. It's just they've been doing that forever.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. We used to. I mean, any band that's played live, you make that eye contact when it's like, "Yep, okay, here we go."
Here we go.
I locked into the drummers.
But, you know,
even as the singer, I locked into the drummer. I didn't follow the guitar player or the bass player. I followed the drummer always.
The mistake, though, Jay, is doing that 2 bars too early. Just looking at your drummer.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, now
Throw him off. Yeah.
That's happened." Yep.
Because then they think, "Wait, here? What?" And no, it's not.
Am I wrong? And then
I just felt like looking at you.
Once the drummer frigs up, then everything, it sounds like just a whole debacle, you know.
We did that. I think we ended, Panama, it can get kind of confusing when the last Panama is. And I think I did that where I looked at Jeff early and he ended, two Panamas too early. And
It's your fault.
Oh, fuck.
It's your fault.
Then he came back in, but it was so ugly.
Yeah. That's good stuff, man.
Yes.
Well, dude, Caleb, I mean, there's literally, you can probably count the people that can play that intro riff with the same type of feel that Eddie played it with on both hands. You know what I mean? There's 2 guys right there.
There's 2 guys that can do it.
3 of them.
Sorry, John. I meant
sorry,
Johnny and
Johnny.
Nuno. I meant Johnny and Nuno.
Yes. Paul Gilbert can't play anything. He's clearly a hack.
No, but
Paul Gilbert's a machine, and a machine can't play that riff.
No, it's one of those. And again, we always go back to Eddie's rhythm playing. Like, you have something that not many people can play that he played. And and you can hear what he's doing, but it's hard to mimic that on the guitar. It really is.
No, it's hard to catch up, like to land, because there's only a certain amount of measures or a certain amount of space for that riff to live in, and you better bring it back in circle in the perfect spot, or it's not going to work. And
it's like
if you're a hair off, the whole thing sounds like shit. And
it's like 5/4 or 4/3 timing. You're throwing an extra note or an extra breath in there in a place where it doesn't belong, and only you can do that. You know what I mean? Only the guy that invented it. People go, "Well, how could he put that extra note there?" He just fucking did.
I know. This is a question.
You can't put a note there. Sure, you can. I just did.
He did it with the Unchained riff and the intro.
Yeah.
There wasn't room for that, but he made it catch up. And he just took something away from somewhere else, and that's how he does, And I'm convinced that, and I mean, Alex is still here to answer, but the pre-chorus in Unchained has to come from a mistake. That has to come from when they messed up. I can't imagine that was written like that. It's so strange. The turnaround in that riff and that part, it has to have been a mistake that they caught on tape and said, "Oh my God, that's the way." And
it could be,
either that or Alex was listening to Buddy Rich and went, "Okay, this is a thing that Buddy Rich would do, and I'm going to try and throw that into a song."
Maybe
because that's that's one of those things that Buddy Rich could do, and make that work.
That would be my first question to him. And by the way, are there 3 greater riffs in one song than the Unchained parts? they're all amazing. All three. You know, they're as good a riffs in any, I mean, you know, good a section of a song, especially like the snarl in the verse is ridiculous.
Well, I love a lot of those, and you know, Motley Crue has a couple of these. Slave to the Grind from Skid Row has a couple of those riffs where they're so heavy, but they're not metal. Like that, those are the riffs when those bands can toe the line. And Unchained is one of those riffs where, I mean, obviously back then it was probably considered metal, but nowadays it's not metal. But it's one of those riffs that toes that line where that's heavy as shit, but it's not metal.
Right, but everyone thinks of the main riff from Unchained, which is kind of just, you know, sus chords, but the real riff is the verse and the frickin' snarl he's getting from that sound of those notes in the verse. That's
and then there's Michael Anthony, you know, beating his bass,
yeah,
beating the shit out of it.
Yeah.
So anyway, did we add some pep to the show? Did we add some pep?
What's the? I was going to ask. What's the? When was I'm the One written? Was it written for Van Halen 1? Was it in the club days? Did they have that?
It used to be called Show Your Love.
But
yeah,
Show
Your Love.
They played it in the clubs.
Mm-hmm.
He had been working on that riff for a long time, for a couple of years.
I wonder what the reason for the title change. Maybe because it sounded too much like a Kiss title. You know.
And you got to give it to Dave. You got to give it to Dave because writing a melody and any kind of, you know, phrasing over that kind of frenetic pace of a song is not easy.
Yeah, there's certain guys that have that kind of talent that can do that, and it's you got to give it up for that.
That's
chemistry.
Something Dave.
I remember Howard Stern, you know, spent a whole, you know, couple of segments of his show talking about Hot for Teacher and just going through it and just saying, how did he fucking come up with, you know, words and melody to this, you know, this craziness.
Yeah.
He did that on several tracks, Dave.
It wasn't just, and it's not just the lyrics too. You're right, John Biel. He did it on a lot of tracks. It's not the lyrics too. It's his weaving of his phrasing is as musical as Eddie's guitar playing, and it's almost like if you've ever seen like sine waves and stuff, the way they crossed, the way those things intertwined were unique. And I don't know that there's another guy, maybe Steven Tyler, who can write lyrics in a way and then phrase them in a way to make them fit.
Right, he's a rhythmic instrument too. He's a rhythmic instrument.
Desmond wrote those lyrics.
Yeah, he and Tyler was doing it before he ever met Desmond. Tyler and Roth are very similar in their ability to wordsmith.
You know,
it's scat singing.
Rock,
and it's,
scat, bebop.
It's interesting because the two of them are also big fans of old jazz scat singers, and that works. That's what makes that work. There is that rhythm, the rhythm between the rhythm with the voice.
Just listen to how much of David Lee Roth's lyrics aren't words; they're just sounds. You know, on any of this first six at least. You know.
Right on, Neil Daly picking up tickets to the Echo Show. Come
Peter
say
Wolf
hi,
could
Neil.
also do that.
Come say hi, bro.
But now we're playing. Don't come too close.
Yeah,
don't
not during the show.
Maintain your distance. Maintain your distance, please.
Hang out.
Don't look at the drummer early.
And don't be pulling on Caleb's pants. Don't be pulling at his pants while he's playing.
Don't. Yeah.
But you got Peter Wolf was another guy that can do that.
Peter North?
Yes. Yeah.
Peter Wolf was a guy that can make that.
And Jagger, you can say Jagger can do it too.
Sure. Those are, and all of those guys, the common thread is they went back and they listened to those old black blues and jazz singers, scat singers that made that a rhythm instrument with the voice.
And they all have something in common also is that they're not great singers. They make up for it with their ability to weave, to weave in and out of that shit, the fabric.
With style, yeah.
Exactly.
You find your voice and then you find your signature. you know,
Mick Jagger. Like Mick Jagger is like he's so it's funny, but for some reason it works, man.
Mm-hmm.
It works.
I hate to say it,
context, like at a live show, and it's like, you know, he looks crazy, but what you mean?
I'm not a huge fan of him, but Springsteen has figured that out too.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Springsteen, but he has figured out, look, I'm not a great singer. I'm going to find something about what I do.
I'm going to put this red bandana in my back pocket, my ass cheeks on the cover.
Hey, Clarence, will you say something right here?
Yeah, you can't. I mean, especially if you were to go to one of those mid '80s Springsteen shows where he would play for 4.5 hours.
Oh God,
you got to give it up. No, any person's ever been on a stage can look
his
at a
shows are
performer
fantastic.
like that. And he's in total fucking control of everything on that stage and everything in the audience. Like that's not easy. And you know, I love Springsteen. I'm a huge fan of his stuff. Because it's real and it's deep. It's like Petty. It's these songs were you know, came pouring out of your heart, and they're not written for hits. They're written because
not written for hits, written for tits.
Written for tits, exactly.
Young ones too. How many songs do you have where he says the words "Hey little girl" or something like that?
Yeah, right.
Songs.
It's interesting because Nils Lofgren lives here in Arizona, and we cross paths every once in a while.
Cross
And
streams?
Yes,
Cross streams.
Yes. And Nils will tell you he plans his entire
Nils.
He'll tell you we do call him Nils because Nils Lofgren's not a name drop. He's borderline famous. But Nils will say Bruce calls all the songs. They don't really have a set list, so you have to know like 200 fucking songs, all of them. And if Bruce decides in the middle of the set that he wants to make a left turn, he makes a left turn, and he could go down an entire different path, and the whole band has to have their shit together. It's like being in Paul Schaefer's band. You've got to know every note from every song.
I heard that they don't know what song it is until he goes 1, 2, like, just by the way he sings, just by the way he says 1, 2, 3.
The drummer's got like 13 set lists back there, looking like, okay, if he counts in.
Weinberg doesn't have any set lists. Weinberg can play anything
unto himself.
Weinberg's a machine.
Amazing musician.
By the way, second best snare sound of all time, behind Alex, is Mac
pretty good
Weinberg.
snare sound. Pretty good snare sound.
He's got the thwack going.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But that band is fucking ridiculously solid, top to bottom.
You know, one of my favorite recorded snare drum sounds ever is Spin Doctors, Pocket Full of Kryptonite.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is that piccolo snare?
Yeah, the piccolo.
I don't even know if it's a piccolo. I think it's a regular.
Well, it's like Alice in Chains with what is it? Not what's the
the
that
EP.
intro. Yeah.
Oh, for No Excuses.
Yeah.
No excuses. That's a great snare sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Renus. Yeah, last night Tracy Guns was on with Tone King. And,
I'll get that. I'll get that one.
I did I did a super chat for $5.
Wow.
And I
did it change his lights?
I said, can Nerd Halen open for LA Guns? And Tracy right away said, oh, can Nerd absolutely. And then he said something like, dude, that guy's sick or something. And I was
hell
like,
yeah, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, but just remember, Taylor Hawkins also said you could play guitar for him too.
Oh.
Right. That didn't happen.
Until it happens, and don't get me wrong, it'd be awesome to open for LA Guns.
Yeah.
Our boy Dane is opening for both versions of Great White.
on the same
wow.
night.
Yeah,
in the same city. Like Jack Russell's Great White is coming to town, and he's playing with those. He's going to open in front of Jack Russell's Great White, and then like 2 months later, they're opening for the Great White that Mitch Malloy is singing with.
Who set up the tour first? Like, did Jack follow all the tour?
Jack is doing it first.
Yeah, probably.
That's like epitaph shit, right?
It's pretty fucking funny.
Right on your tombstone, right there.
Open for all versions of Great White.
Yes, Thrash Metal says Max Weinberg's son, Jay Weinberg, plays in Slipknot. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He's great too. See, that's the difference. Max had a son that can really play drums, whereas Bonham had a son.
I love Jason Bonham.
Isn't Joey Kramer's son in Lincoln Park?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Tell me out.
I never thought I'd hear a Lincoln Park reference on this.
Really?
Not tonight. I know.
Fucking hate Lincoln
Not
Park.
the first one.
Hate Lincoln Park. Hate it.
That's usually the reference. Hate Lincoln.
Yep. Soulless, ballless boy band.
Soulless and ballless.
Fucking boy band.
Oh man. So what's going on, Johnny? You enjoying that that popcorn?
Hey now. Yeah, I had some last night, and I ate some of the mix, the Cajun.
Yeah,
Cajun mix. I ate some of. Meaning, I ate a whole bag.
3 pounds of the stuff.
Well, it's like it's like
Yeah. So, what would you recommend if you were to tell somebody out there? Because obviously Colonel's has popcorn, but they got the chocolate cashews, which are out of this world. But the Cajun mix is phenomenal. You got to get that too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If you Chicago mix though is probably their signature.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah,
the Chicago mix. But yeah, the Cajun mix. It's like a Czech style mix kind of thing.
Yeah,
kind of, but gourmet.
Gourmet. It's the gourmet.
I don't know what accent that was, but it was the best accent I've ever heard. Somebody isolate that.
Colonel's popcorn has got the gourmet. Chicago mix.
Gourmet.
I'm gonna wake Killian up. I'm gonna get killed.
Sort of Italian, sort of Polish, sort of Scottish. I don't know what the fuck that was. It was great.
Margarete.
It was skeleton accent. Just throw everything in there and just hope it works.
It's J-ish.
That was great. Yes, he's speaking J-ish.
Neil, no, I haven't complained to Chipotle yet.
It's too late.
Or did you complain about it like Chipotle? No.
There's no reason to complain to.
What happened?
I don't know.
Johnny had a meal that was okay from Chipotle, and that's enough to complain. You don't complain when something's okay.
No,
and he's a Taco Bell regular. Come on,
they messed up my order.
Oh,
okay.
Shit.
No way, not Chipotle. Come on.
Yeah.
Did you walk up to the clerk like he was Brad Hamilton and go, "I wasn't 100% satisfied with that breakfast.
Queso on this."
I'd like my money back, please. I wasn't 100% satisfied.
I'm sweating. I gotta turn the
I
air
only
up.
got 48 nachos.
Well, sir, you ate most of it.
No, I'd already left. And it wasn't even mine. I bought it for somebody else, and then when I opened it,
and then you ate it.
I noticed it was wrong.
But
For a
you
homeless person.
Yeah, no, I bought it for somebody else, and when I saw it, I'm like, wait, that's wrong. That's not
Chipotle for me.
That's not right. And
you had to get a buyer.
But Jay and I talked about this last night, though, where how many times can you complain to some company about something because they know?
That's Jay. He knows,
right? How do you do that, Jay?
How many guitars can you return to a store before
we have a representative from Sweetwater.
Yeah.
We have a representative from Sweetwater on the line.
Maybe you shouldn't buy guitars from us anymore. Maybe you'd be better off.
I'm still waiting for my guitar picks.
I suggest you find a different.
I ordered guitar picks, EVH picks from Sweetwater.
Oh, you still?
Well, how long ago was that? The day that things were released, and they're still not here. They never showed up.
One of those.
No,
it was like the exclusive.
It was this one because I have some now because Mike Neese sent me some, and I haven't opened them yet because I'm gonna do like a video on these eventually. But yeah, it's these, the 5150s.
Yes.
But I ordered these the day they came out from Sweetwater, and they've still nowhere.
Come on, Sweetwater, get on.
I'm going to order some on Tuesday, and I'll get them before you get yours.
And they'll send them back.
Return them. The stripe isn't in the
Please
right
forward
spot
these
here.
to Johnny Beane.
Yeah.
Stop buying guitar picks from Chipotle.
Anyway.
All right, we're done.
Cool.
Good show tonight.
Early
We've
show
run
tonight,
out of-
boys.
We've run out of everything to talk about. An hour and 19 minutes into it.
Hey, Ben Tom, wait a minute. He goes, Jay's Sweetwater rep hates him. I guarantee it. Let me tell you something. I think
Let me tell you something.
when I called to pre-order the 7-string Martin Miller signature Ibanez, part of me had it in my mind. I'm like, man, I think I've returned more guitars from them than I've kept. Right. The second I get my rep on the phone, who's Jeff Law, who's awesome. I've been dealing with him since 2007, I think. Anyway, I get him on the phone, and that's in the back of my mind. I'm thinking, I'm going to tell this guy I want to pre-order this new guitar, and he's going to be like, wait a minute, Jay, come on. You're going to send this one back too? Next thing you know, he starts telling me the story of some guy from some like sludge metal band that got like a Hello Kitty guitar. And did all this stuff to it and pulled it out on stage. He's like going on about this big story, and I'm like, okay, he still loves me. So it's all good. It's all good. Sweetwater loves me, even though I sent some guitars back.
They always make it right.
Yeah.
You sent some guitars back.
And I'm getting a little buddy with their guitar. What is he? What would it be?
Guru.
One of the guitar managers or the warehouse manager guy who goes in, like if you call Sweetwater and they have multiple, like if they have 2 or 3 guitars, if you go on Sweetwater, it'll say like we have 3 models or 3 of these to choose from. You can go look at the finish of each of them. You can see the weight and stuff like that. You can call up and request that they take all those guitars down and like check them out. Like, hey, which one is more?
Whoa.
Oh,
Sweetwater cut the feed.
yeah.
Oh man,
He was giving away
actually, I
some
think-
trade secrets.
I think musician's friend cut the feed.
oh,
Shit,
sorry,
I hope
Jay.
he's okay.
Jay, what happened?
Damn.
Whoa.
Was I talking too much?
Sniper,
What happened?
My
You just
word,
did-
take
my
the
word
shot.
limit-
Take the shot.
You just disappeared.
My word
All of a
limit
sudden.
ran out. Well, where did I leave off?
You were
You're talking about they'll take 3 of those guitars down and
Yeah,
then
so
click.
if you see on their website like that they have multiple guitars of whatever one you're looking for, you can request them to like, hey, can you take those out?
Oh,
Did you do that, Johnny?
John,
Yeah, I
you
did.
little-
I
you
did
son
that.
of
Yeah,
a
that was-
gun,
that was
you.
Just say.
Don't move me again. I have to come to
Convenient.
California.
Convenient.
So anyway, you can say like, hey, can you let me know which one of those is more resonant? Like acoustically, which one's louder, which one feels better. You can do that shit.
What's the crappiest one you got? And I don't want that one.
Exactly. Yep.
cool.
Sweetwater's awesome. Except for
is.
Johnny.
Sweetwater is pretty awesome.
It's
Dude,
sweet.
48 months is pretty awesome.
Financing.
It's a long time.
What?
4 to 8 months.
48 months.
For what?
It's like
What? Interest free.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, some stuff. Yep, some companies do the 48-month. Ibanez right now is like 36 months.
So if
Yeah.
you lose interest in it, you can send it back within 4 to 8 months.
Yeah, 48.
I'm done
Dude,
with this one.
The 48-month thing. I'm like, shit. Should I just buy 2, the 6-string and the 7-string? But I'd have to okay that with the boss downstairs. I just say that.
They might be watching.
Hope she's not watching. Hi, Ellie.
Yeah.
The suck part about Sweetwater is they can't they can't send chocolate to Arizona in the summertime. Doesn't work.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah, anything that comes from chocolate that comes into Arizona from now until October is just goo in a box.
Yeah, they send the Bido honeys that if you have a problem with any type of filling in your mouth, it'll let you know. It'll rip it right out.
Wow.
It's a filling tester.
Yes, it really is.
It's like the old
What are they? The sweet tarts?
Sweet tarts, yeah.
Oh, sweet tarts are good.
And the atomic fireballs, which are
Sweeties.
absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
I love the fireball.
What's the other?
No.
The sweet tarts and sprees. Sprees. Were
I'm
good.
done with hard candy for forever.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah, pretty much.
You get the Jolly Rancher things.
Ooh.
One of those gets stuck in your molars.
Now and later, dude. A fucking now and later.
Those things get stuck in your molars and your jaws get stuck together. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, don't pry it open. You gotta, like, melt that stuff.
Yeah. You drink some hot coffee or something and warm it up to get it there.
Drink a hot
You
cocoa.
know the filling's going with it.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yes.
Kevin Bethel said he ordered an Ibanez case for his Nita Strauss guitar in January directly from Ibanez, and still nothing. Can you order something directly from Ibanez? Maybe that's why they don't know you ordered it. Huh.
Well,
Yeah, have you guys talked about the anniversary? That's right, Fruitcake Tony.
No, but
Big
I do love the meme that's been going around on.
Notice who's absent from this list here.
Be careful, the Us Festival memes are coming.
Oh, that's official,
Right.
John Beale?
Yeah, this is the only semi-official version, and it was only those bands that authorized it, and it's a pretty small.
Turn your
I have
mic up.
I have the
I'm
day
just
two
talking real quiet.
broadcast from like HBO, which was compressed, but it's pretty good.
How's the quality?
It's Showtime. Showtime.
How's the quality?
Is it Showtime?
Across the room.
It's all right. It's better than your audio quality.
Okay. Want me to talk a little louder?
Not you, John.
What do you think about that Dave days?
The day by day.
This one too.
The Dave.
There's a couple
Live
good live versions.
That's a great live show.
That's
It
a
is
great
actually.
shot.
It is really good.
Never a skip. I love when he
Never.
says that.
Never.
Never.
I want that to be my like text message sound on my phone every time somebody texts me. Never a skip.
Yeah, when an Aussie or a New Zealander says never, it's never. Never. Never skip.
So you want to talk about the US Festival?
No.
Should I crank my mic? My gain? Should my gain go up a little higher?
Yes.
No, light something on fire.
Right.
Yeah.
How's
Light
that?
something
Is
on
that
fire.
good?
We haven't. Yeah.
My loud mic?
Can you set that DVD on fire?
Oh, you want me to do that?
Yeah, my favorite part of the whole set is the little Eddie Alex jam in the middle of Somebody Get Me a Doctor, and they have that footage that's only of that song. That's the high quality footage.
Check out my link on that. I sent that to you guys earlier.
It's
John
so
Beale
good.
posted that.
Yeah, so good.
Nope.
And
Best part of the whole thing is when Dave walks off stage. He goes, "Give me a drink.
I'm gonna get a drink. Like these fuckers are gonna play music.
Give me a drink."
But they did that every night on the
No
Diver
one's
Down
paying
tour,
attention
or
to me
almost
right
every
now.
night.
That
Yeah.
and when he's doing his intro to Ice Cream Man and he loses his place,
Yeah,
the sheriff says to me, "Dave,
Well, then it goes to
these motherfuckers are out of line." He was like, he didn't know where he was going to go. He says, "Dave," and I'm like, "Shit, I better come up with something pretty
like,
good."
more
here."
people have been
better do-
arrested
do-
tonight than the entire weekend last year.
what did he say? He's giving shit to the monitor guy, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Can I have
A little more,
some
little more something to monitor, Johnny. A little more to
A
monitor,
little more feedback in the
Little more
a little more
feedback.
feedback in the monitor."
Johnny. A little more feedback. You don't want to hear no fit
In the video.
and he fumbles over his fucking line there too.
You have the bootleg video version because it goes to color bars and static for a little while during Dave's
Briefly, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Does my
Wayno.
sound bad? What's going on? You
It's
guys-
low.
No,
I
you
can't-
sound good.
Okay.
Look at this. Wayno says that
Caleb.
black
Everybody else is
salami.
loud.
Black salami. Something's wrong with black salami tonight.
Uh-oh.
What
do
does
you
it
mean?
say?
What?
Oh no.
Huh?
What did he say?
We must suck tonight, boys.
This show is great. Oh wow.
Oh no.
What?
Something's
We're not
wrong.
we're not
You're
doing
right.
good tonight.
You're right.
It's not. It
Something's
mustn't
wrong.
really be black salami.
Damn.
It's Zarka. He's been
Sorry,
hacked.
Black Salami. Sorry you're disappointed tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wayno.
No, the best part. I was saying the best part of that whole thing is when they're doing the jam and Eddie's he's got his back to the audience and then he just turns around and looks like, "Oh, you guys are still there." It's the coolest moment.
Yeah, it just like He looks around. It's perfect, yeah. And you can only see that on my version on YouTube. Look that up.
Oh, there's still 500,000 people behind me.
Right? Yeah, I mean, and he's turned around for like a good two or 3 minutes, just jamming with Alex, like in his own world right there. That's classic. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you can't watch that without feeling terrible, because you can see how much Alex loved his brother in that footage.
There was a few times when they were just locked in, the two of them. You could tell, like, yeah, they were in their own world and just jamming, having fun. They knew that was the biggest point, at least to that point in their career, if not the biggest in their whole professional career. Guinness Book of World Records right there.
So, by the way, I would like to correct you. Wayno just texted me a correction for Johnny. He goes, Johnny's such a knucklehead. What I texted him was, oh no, Black Salami's been hacked.
Well, we got the point.
Well, then I stole this joke.
Yeah, but Johnny, like, Wayno tried to text it to him, and Johnny's not real good with interpretation, apparently. So we're going to need the Johnny to English program if anybody's got one of those.
Yeah.
See? Perfect. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing that I've always never understood was during that jam.
Always or never, Johnny?
I don't know.
Yeah,
during that,
always and yet never.
during that jam, Alex has all that smoke coming off him.
Oh yeah,
Steam. Yeah,
right?
Steam. Yeah,
steam.
Because it was probably
50 degrees.
It was probably a cool California night.
Johnny, you ever watch a football game
Memorial Day?
You know, when it's like cold weather.
No,
guys
you
are
stop.
sweating their asses
He's
off.
never watched a football
Sweat
game.
into cold air.
Yeah, Johnny's never
air.
watched a football game. Don't even.
I don't watch football. No.
Yeah, see,
You never have.
No, he watched the Chicago's Bear games.
Chicago.
You can see that in Live Without a Net. When Sammy's in a few of Sammy's vocals, you can see like the steam coming out of his mouth or whatever it is. Like
Yeah. Oh, well, he's talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I saw
inside though.
I saw that comment
know,
last
and
night.
it's
Caleb,
even
the
more.
Chicago's Bear.
Mm-hmm.
What, Caleb? Do you know any Blue Saraceno licks? No. What's Blue Saraceno?
You never listened to Blue Saraceno?
No, I haven't.
Really? His first 3 records are fucking outstanding.
All right.
Come on.
Yeah, you'd like him. He had very similar to Eddie Funk's style. He's got a very Eddie feel to his playing.
You hold on. You've seen ads in guitar magazines back in the day. The guy with the plaid guitar.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was in Poison for an album too.
I met him. I went to a clinic that he did, and
he's a great player.
I've been in his clinic, and I saw him in the parking lot.
All right. I'm drawing
going to his car afterwards.
You in the parking lot.
I'll look into it.
But
he was the
he
first artist on Guitar for the Practicing Musicians label. When Guitar for the Practicing Musician actually started putting out albums, Blue Saraceno's first album is called Never Look Back. It's on that label.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the name sounds familiar, but I don't
Was he
think
an
I
Ibanez
know.
artist? Was he?
he was, yeah.
Pull up a picture,
Ibanez
Johnny.
catalog. I'm looking for my Ibanez.
He looks, ironically, his hair is kind of Joshua Jones's.
Ah,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he's a sick guitar player, and one of the only guys from that shred world that has a bit of Eddie in him, in his phrasing. He has a great funk style to his playing.
It's funky.
oh,
Hang on, I've got a couple of his records.
Oh my God, I have total deja vu right now. I got Neil Daly saying Rick Nielsen has the real plaid guitar. That's happened before. John Biel goes back to get the magazine. That's happened before.
Deja vu? Really?
What is going on
I
here?
know.
Holy crap.
Every once in a while that happens. And like we see Paul's room sometimes.
I haven't had a deja vu in so long.
Isn't it the weirdest thing?
It is.
It really is, man.
Every day for me is deja vu.
These are the first 2 records.
I have his autograph somewhere.
Imagine posing like that nowadays on an album.
I know it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can throw shade. The boy can play.
I know. Fuck with him.
Sachet. Shantae.
There's nothing here. So.
Yeah, he had he and Jennifer Batten, I think, used to go to the same hairstylist.
Back before Aquanet was illegalized.
Yeah, he was I think Billy Sheehan plays on these records too.
Really?
Billy Sheehan and was it Atma Anur was the drummer? Let's see. Oh no, this one is Blue Saraceno, Randy Coven, and Joey Franco. Is on the debut record.
Johnny's got it. Here we
Johnny's
go.
back.
This popcorn's gonna kill me. I can't stop eating it.
That or the cirrhosis.
Oh, there you go. He dug it up.
There's Josh Jones right there for you.
That looks like Steve Stevens.
Little Steve Stevens
Yeah, it
there
does,
too.
right?
Yeah.
It does.
He's from Connecticut, I think.
So am I, kind of.
Sick guitar player. And was the guy that replaced Richie Kotzen in Poison because Kotzen was fucking Bobby Doll's girlfriend.
No, wasn't it his wife?
Well, it was a fiance, I think, at the time.
Dude, I can't even imagine Ricky Kotzen would have to dumb his playing down enough to play in that band.
I imagine if there's enough zeros at the end of the paycheck, you would dumb your playing down.
I'm sure. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me because.
Oh yeah, Ricky Rocket. I thought. Yeah, Renus Pinkle says Ricky Rocket.
Oh, it was Ricky Rocket.
Yep.
I thought it was Bobby Doll. My mistake.
For once, Paul.
Whatever. It's
Yeah,
Poison.
he played in Poison.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's on the Crack a Smile record, which I have here somewhere.
I'm sure you do.
I have no problem getting up out of the chair to grab the Blue Saraceno records, but Poison, I will not move for.
So if you had to, which one on Look What the Cat Dragged In? Who would it be?
Oh, I know that was the big.
Who would it be?
No, that was the big thing. Which of the girls in Poison would you bang?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Who would it be? If you had to pick.
I'd jerk off and throw one at the album cover.
Oh my god!
It's almost like Bukkake.
Oh. So let me see that neck pickup, Caleb.
Haven't done it yet.
Oh.
No. Wow, that guitar looks familiar. Seen it once or twice before.
Hey, is there a fix for a high E hanging way too close to the edge?
Yes.
Yeah, you buy an Axis.
Is it hanging?
It's out there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one flaw in those guitars.
Have you
It's
tried
out there.
to
I haven't tried the move yet. No, I've heard about the move. I just haven't.
The move.
I kind of just want to take it to my guy. I don't want to fuck with it. But yeah, it's out there.
when you look at the low E
Stop bending down.
like when you look at the close to the nut, right? Do the distance between the string and the edge look kind of even at the nut or near the nut?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it seem like when you go up near the end of the fretboard, it gets starts to shift? You know, as far as the distance, maybe getting wider on the low E side and closer to the edge on the high E side?
Yeah, it happens quick.
Okay, well then that might be the issue, man. Just all you got to do literally is stuff Paul's crusty sock. No, I'm joking.
Oh my gosh.
There is no crusty sock.
I know, Paul. That's why I said it. If there really was, I wouldn't make the joke.
I just wipe off on my leg because it's good for the skin.
Oh,
Oh
Are
my
we
god.
doing this now? Are we doing
no,
this
no,
live?
no. Well, you can, but put put like a guitar cloth under the bridge, like drop the trem down a little bit.
Oh, I don't even want to watch this.
No, I've done it a million times. Johnny showed me how to do this.
I don't want to watch. I can't watch.
It's
Wait,
no big deal.
what happened?
He needs a little more room on the high E side.
More room for the string?
Yeah, my high E is very close to the edge.
Oh, yeah. You just undo the screws and then you tilt the neck. You pull the neck the other way and then you screw it back.
Yeah, but I would
That's all you
recommend.
do.
I would recommend loosening the tension of the strings, like putting a guitar cloth underneath the trem. That's what I would recommend when you do this.
Guitar cloth.
Well, grab your T-shirt that you got next to your computer, or the roll of paper towels next to the Vaseline.
Oh yeah, stuff I jerk off into.
I love that you're doing this with like a $6,000 guitar.
Don't tell Paul.
No, it's actually not that big of a deal. All right, so just
Yeah, make sure you loosen the strings.
Oh, here we go live.
Mm-hmm.
Do I do
isolate
a certain screw first or no? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I always do opposites, like you're tuning a snare drum. You know, like front left, back right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't have to loosen them all the way.
How much am I loosening?
That should be good on that one.
More.
Yeah.
One person talks.
That's just buck tight, huh?
Yeah.
Are those offset on the neck plate, or they're all in line, right?
Yeah, it's all funky.
Don't strap on.
Oh, it is. They are offset. Oh, okay.
Tighter than a nun.
Don't mess it up.
Jesus
That
Christ.
was tight. Well, I don't want it to slip out.
No. You don't have to do it that much.
Is that a left-handed screwdriver?
That should be good. Now, which way is he cranking it, Johnny? Everything's backwards for me. So you want
to pull it towards you.
So hold it by the base.
You want to pull it towards you.
So this way and then towards me?
Yep.
You should be able to feel it.
Nothing's really happening.
I don't think they're loose enough.
Okay.
And those, isn't there like 5 screws back there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 5.
Maybe you have one right there.
So Johnny's got an extra nick in the back of his.
I broke mine doing that.
He probably has 3 screws in his.
Just one hanging on.
He's like, wait, you have all 5?
Don't go too loose. You don't want that.
Yeah. Well, there's no tension, so.
All right, and I'm pulling it towards me.
Yes, towards you. Exactly. Yep. I mean, you might not feel it, but
it's not really going.
Well,
look at it straight on. Did it make a difference or no?
A little, yeah. Because I could tell with the pole pieces.
Screw it in quick.
Yeah, right.
It's moving.
Yeah. Now, I would recommend.
It moves back.
Oh yeah, it works.
I would recommend keeping it kind of pulled a little bit with one arm while you. That's what I had to do with mine, because once I tightened mine, when Johnny told me how to do it, it kind of like went back into place.
Okay.
I had to redo it again because it kind of like, I guess it gets to a certain position. Hell yeah. That's why Paul got rid of it.
Right? Oh, you want the amber, huh?
I'll make you a deal.
Smoking.
Has he broken it yet?
I'll make you a deal on the amber Music Man EVH. The high E string's not the hanging off.
Music Man EVH 1992. I don't know what year is it.
You can de-isolate.
No way.
Arena Spinkler. I got this hunk of crap with the high E that falls off. Ben Thomas saying, Paul, God damn it, he fixed it.
They all do it.
It's a known issue.
I can't stop eating this goddamn popcorn, man. Now it should slightly be out of tune.
Yeah.
How's it look? How's it feel?
How's it feel? Yes.
Yep, Paul wants it back. Hey, Caleb.
Nope.
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Terrific.
Now take that pickup out and flip it around.
Right now.
Should
Do it
I?
right here from the show.
Not
Might
burning.
need a special screwdriver for that.
You get a lighter?
We're gonna light it on fire.
Do a Hendrix. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And Paul with the bootleg Les Paul.
I'll flip the pickup. Just you guys got to find something else to talk about for 20 minutes. So.
Johnny, is the cable or the wire in there long enough for him to flip it?
Should be, yeah.
Yeah.
You should you should record a
Yeah, we
DI
wanna see
signal.
This is like a
However, never mind.
I flipped mine like the night that I saw the picture in the magazine of it flipped.
I bet you did.
You gotta do that.
Literally, it was literally that night. I was sitting on my porch at home that night, unscrewed, took it, flipped it, screwed it back in. It's been like that ever since.
It looks so tight in there, though. God.
I'm sure
You
they're
grab
probably
a
different. Some of them are probably different.
grab a ruler to measure. Caleb, do you want to grab a ruler to measure the distance between, so you can kind of get it?
I was going to ask you what you wanted me to measure. Yeah.
Well, I already know how big it is, so.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when you say, "Hey, FaceTime me right now,"
That's right.
and I'm like, "Dude, I'm with Jeannie."
You up?
I am now.
Hey, now. I got to pull all these strings out of their saddles. It'll take a little while.
Right.
Paul's singing the song. I used to have an EVH music man.
Da, 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 da.
And I sold the son of a bitch.
I've
Dude,
got
he's
four
more.
I've got 4 more of them. So you can suck my dick.
Music man.
And an Axis.
It's got a black and a pink.
That pink one, man.
How many do you have left, Paul?
Four EVHs and an Axis.
Nice.
And 2 PVs and an EVH and a Kramer. And all 3 EVH Art Series. I think that's it.
You think?
And a lot of guns in case anyone's thinking of going over there.
I do have a lot of guns. In fact, I just bought it with some of Caleb's money, an AK-47 pistol.
What? There's such
Awesome.
a thing?
Oh yeah, there is. Hell yeah.
Kalishnikov?
Yep. made in Bulgaria. It's called an Arsenal Sam 7 K44.
Fully automatic?
No, you can't have
Through
fully automatic.
schools.
Fully automatic.
You can have fully automatic, but I don't want to have to pay the fucking $200 tax for it.
All right, I got to get a special
not.
screwdriver. Be right back.
In the meantime.
Oh,
And Tom, I don't know if you saw my question, so I'm asking it again. Man, I can't.
Paul,
can't
Dane's
stop.
looking for your address. I'm sure he already knows because you guys go way back, but
One,
for some reason, Paul, Dane's looking for your address.
I'm at 1 Suck My Dick Lane.
What's your new address, Dane? How's the new shop going?
How's the new shop?
Paul was right there at your shop today, wasn't he?
No, yesterday.
Yesterday.
What is this?
Guns rule. Yes. Anyway.
Yeah, between the AK and the 12 gauge that I pointed at Dane, and the KSG, and the AR-15, and the several magnums, I live in Arizona.
The New Hampshire of the Southwest.
It's pretty much, yeah.
If that makes any sense.
AK-47. It's great. It's only about this long. It's fucking great.
Only. It's a pistol?
It's technically a pistol with a wrist brace on it that folds, a folding stock.
For concealment, yeah.
It looks kind of like, let's see if I can find a picture of what it looks kind of like. Looks kind of like that.
Oh, hell yeah, dude!
Basically.
Hell yeah!
What was the M1? The M1 Garand had that. What do they call it? The gas operated one.
Yeah, well, that's what most
What
semi-automatic rifles. It's gas impingement system.
But what was the
and the bolt? That's how it cycles.
The M1A1? No, that's a tank.
M1A1 Garand. You're thinking of the M1A1's Abrams tank.
Yeah, what's the? I used to know because I'm big onto the World War II stuff. The folding version of the.
I think you turned your microphone too far down, John BL.
You don't have to hear this. This isn't related to anything.
So what?
Important.
I like guns. Hey,
guns are fun.
Jeannie has one and I don't. So what is that?
Carbine. The M1
she's cooler than I am. She was setting up her safe today, fingerprint, all that crap.
Wow.
I'm like, hell yeah, girl.
I'll be sure to talk right into the mic this time.
Yeah, one of the beauties of living in Arizona is every gun that you can't get anywhere else in the United States is available in a corner store here.
Oh my God.
It's fucking ridiculous.
The New Hampshire of the Southwest.
It's ridiculous. I've got 1, 2, 3
to the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yeah, I've got 3 gun shops within walking distance of my house right now.
We had one basically on the campus of my high school.
Yeah,
right on the same road. There was the school baseball, football field. Then there was like the trail to the field. There was the gun shop, and then the full campus of the regular campus of the school.
They make now, as long as we're into gun talk, a buddy of mine runs a place called
I'm sure Johnny's pumped right now to hear about this shit.
There's a well, Johnny and Caleb, they're in California, whatever. Where I can't have most of the guns.
California doesn't want your gun.
California is a place where I can't have these guns. But what was I going to say? Oh, my buddy Sean runs this place called Desert Tactical Firearms, and Ruger now makes a carbine rifle. We're gonna make a carbine rifle that you can literally turn a quarter turn and take it down into about this long in 2 pieces and put it in your book bag. You put it back in, snap that
in your book bag, huh?
Yes,
that's real.
Right in your book bag. Snap it right back, that barrel back into it, and put a 33 round Glock magazine in it.
God damn it!
Who's calling you at fucking 1:50 in the morning?
No, it's
only 150.
Yeah, 150.
Yeah, this carbine is a 9mm that accepts. It's a Ruger that accepts Glock magazines, so you can put a 32 round or a 33 round Glock 9mm stick in it.
Again,
and just fire all day.
You got to have 31 rounds right at your disposal.
You should.
Yeah.
Is it finally raining? Hasn't rained here in like 2 months, month and a half, something like that.
Oh, you guys need the rain then.
Yeah, my backyard is like a probably like Paul's right now.
Yeah, it's desert.
Yeah, crazy.
I'm gonna work on this on the floor just so it's safe.
You still doing that pickup job?
Be right back. Yeah, I'm still doing it.
Nice. Anyway.
Yeah, when I pulled into California, a couple weeks ago, California, to bring the guitar that Caleb's about to ruin to it. I crossed over into California while carrying a gun. I was officially a felon for about 8 seconds.
Wow.
You guys and your kernels.
Kernels.
Yeah, man. Like I'm full right now, but it's so good that I can't stop eating it. Like my stomach's like, no, don't send any more
is that
down.
Kernels? Is that kernels?
We can't handle it.
Bring it on.
My mouth is like, oh, you can't stop, won't stop, don't stop.
Ned wants some.
Ned, do you like kernels?
Yeah, Jesus Rapesme, the Atchison. I don't know that I can find one of those here in Arizona. I bet I could if I asked enough people. Somebody's got one.
You're getting paw prints all over my desk.
Oh, come on, Ned.
By the way, Jeff T was bringing up the guy in San Jose who's a fucking shitbag on every level. 22,000 rounds is not a lot of ammunition. I know it sounds like a lot of ammunition to people, but it's really not.
Why are we talking about this?
Oh, that?
Because it's in the chat.
Man, yeah, that's just up the street for me.
Yeah.
Go get
What,
some.
what happened?
deal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's terrible.
It's awful. Uh-oh.
Whoa. Hey, how'd the dogs do tonight?
Lemmy heard that before Ace did. Ace was too busy with this ball. I heard the growl first. That's why I said, uh-oh. Lemmy's on top of shit.
Damn. That bitch knows what's up.
She's way more aggressive than Ace is. And Ace is pretty aggressive. All right, I'm coming.
She's not going to stand for that shit. Anyway. It's not enough ammo for a zombie apocalypse. You're right. Jeff T.
So Stephen Franklin says, I can't believe how hot the hot flavored popcorn is, but it's still good. Yeah, you know, I'm not a big Jeannie likes the Colonel's fire popcorn more than I do. I'd rather have I like to eat a lot of it at one time. You know.
The popcorn?
We know.
Yeah, I know. So
I'm gonna stand.
But Stephen Franklin, everybody saw his order last night, right? I gotta show it again. It's funny. So let me fix my thing here. Let's see. So here's Stephen Franklin's order, which puts mine to shame. Look at that. That's so great.
Wow.
Dang.
Yep.
Did he legitimately order all that, or did they give him
Drug dealer
bonus or what?
Drug dealer.
They definitely
like
give
bonus.
more than you order when you mention either Johnny's name or my name. But he had to order a lot to get that. You know.
Caleb, how's it going down there?
Stephen, thank you for ordering that. Shay's a good buddy of mine. Family business. Very cool.
And he gets a kickback.
Well, I mean, his parents own the business, but I told him to come on some night. I'm like, dude, the midnight show. He's a big music guy. He's an engineer, a drummer, producer as well. I'm like, dude, come on, we can talk about music. He's like, oh man, by midnight your time, because he's in Illinois, so he's like an hour behind us. He's like, dude, I'm in bed by then, like sleeping. I'm like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah, Wayno mentioned both me and Mancuda to Colonels, and they charged them double.
Wow.
And they hung up.
They said, don't ever call here again.
Mancuda guy?
They charged it, but didn't send you anything.
Yeah. They said, well, if you mention Jay, we'll send it to you, but you can't send it back.
Yeah, they'll take care of you. Stephen Franklin knows what's up. They will take care of you. I've ordered a couple orders from them, and they always took care of me. Extra.
Excuse me. I might have to tap out soon.
Oh,
I got an event tomorrow. I got to work tomorrow.
Oh,
an event.
Memorial.
Yeah, well, it's a motorcycle event, which makes it easy. But I do have to drive to it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that. Now it looks right. It looks right now.
That looks like mine.
Looks
Yeah.
crooked. Looks a little crooked. Just saying.
No, Caleb, don't listen to him.
I should probably change strings.
We should probably sell that guitar now.
I was going to say Mike Kramer's pickers are crooked.
How long these strings been on this guitar, Paul?
You didn't change them when you got them from Paul. His ball sack skin is on that.
Yeah, it's actually I used to name that guitar my
DJ,
sock.
man. This is big. This is
That guitar was called my sock, my crusty sock.
Oh.
That's what I named it, my crusty sock. They haven't been on it that long, but I crud up strings pretty quick, Caleb. So
Yum.
A little crooked there.
Oh, and they got their balls in. I'm not a balls in guy.
yeah,
Ernie Ball?
What do you mean?
You know, balls at the top.
Oh yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's just easier to do that than on those because if it's a locking nut, who gives a shit? You don't have to, and you don't want to wind too much string on the post anyway.
That's how Eddie had his on his Music Man.
Yeah.
What with the balls on?
With the balls on the top.
All right, I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Look real close. You'll see them on the tuners.
It's actually a better way to do it because you don't have to put a shitload. If it's a locking nut, you don't have to put a shitload on the spring the string trees, the posts. You don't have to wind them down.
Post.
On the toe.
Don't forget to
On the tone post.
The tune post.
I mean, it just saves you from having to clip the ends, Caleb.
I know. I don't mind that part.
Right.
What do you mean he's got the ball? I mean, he's got the.
You put the string in backwards.
Strings it backwards, but does he keep the ball ends like Tom Morello, who would have all the ball ends hanging?
No, you don't have it hanging. You bring it up tight up agaast the post.
The ball is right on.
So you have to clip the end by the bridge.
At the bridge. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. You end up clipping the
Makes sense. Sounds easy. Sounds
excess,
easier
yeah.
than the other one.
And that's why the Dario is smart by having colored balls on their string.
Colored balls.
So if you do something like that, you instantly know.
Oop.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what the purple string is.
Which was the blue ball?
Which
That's the one that's hanging on the end that keeps
yellow.
falling off the neck.
That's the
purple.
no,
Is that B?
the high E is chrome, right?
High E is chrome. I know. Purple's B.
B.
There's no blue. Holy shit! There's no blue.
No.
brass.
Oh, that's why I didn't change the
black,
strings.
green,
Duh.
purple,
I didn't change the strings because these were 10s.
silver.
Oh, get those shits off of there.
But it's not set up for 10s.
Then it should be. Then
I mean, it's set up for 10s. It's not set up for 9.
Mm-hmm. Not set up for nines.
Yeah, but the only thing that guitar would need is a little, it's not a floating trem, so it's a lot easier.
Okay.
Yeah, the tension's not, and you're gonna tune it a half step down anyway.
No, these are in standard.
Trying to focus here.
These are the Sammy era stuff. Most of that's in standard. Come on.
Yeah.
So you'll only play that when you're playing Sammy era music.
I'm sure I'll tune it down. But
So
You got a
then-
set of 5150s on that thing.
the videos that I'm doing are going to be, with this guitar will be from Sammy era stuff. So
Pound
most
cake.
of those, except for AFU, but that was on the 5150.
AFU was on the 5150. Oh yeah.
Yep.
I thought you meant it was on the music thing.
And it was in E flat. I just learned that last week. I would have never known.
Great tune.
There you go. 35 years right there.
You have holding it upside down just like John Biel.
35 years.
Johnny, don't
There
you
you
have
go.
the whole collection of the 5150 strings?
The original?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Right, CK? And CK, thank you for doing the commands, man.
Oh yeah, CK, thanks, dude. You just reminded me of something. This whole weekend through Memorial Day,
I'll be right back.
if you click that link and you order any Gizmochi merch, the 2 shirts that we have, directly through the website, indiemerch.com, it's 15% off. And indie merch takes the hit. So that 15%, wouldn't that be shitty? A merch company or a merch store launches something, they're like, hey, 15% off, and guess what? The band is gonna come out of their pocket. So if you click that link, you'll go directly to the website, order from that, and I don't know if it's a code you need. Let me look. Actually, I have the email here. Let me peep it real fast.
Speaking of Gizmochi merch, where's the captain tonight? Didn't he get a brand new Gizmochi shirt?
Yeah, see, look.
Yeah, but his was printed sideways.
Gizmochi?
Yeah. No code needed. So if you go to that store,
Side-wide.
And just if you don't click the direct link, just search for Gizmochi. We have 2 t-shirts on there. Order, please. It would help so much. Oh my god.
She's got 2 kids.
Who else's chair's farting?
Mine.
John Biel's is all lubed up. We don't have to worry about that.
Naturally.
Man.
Hey, Jeannie.
What?
What
are you doing? Yo, she's loaded. I should probably go down there.
Jeannie, come on. Come on up.
It's been a while since Jeannie's been on.
Yep. She says she has to be loaded before she comes on, so maybe tonight's the night. I get so nervous.
Nothing to be nervous about.
Caleb's just cleaning his room there. It's all trash. Throw it out.
I need a
So
tech.
Wait, is that his stash? Is that your stash? Watch out.
I need a tech.
Dude, you just fixed your guitar, you flipped the pickup, you don't need a tech, you just did it yourself.
I know, but now I can't find my wire clippers, needle nose fuckers. Let me check the tool drawer.
Tool jar. He doesn't have a toolbox, he has a tool jar. It's probably like a screwdriver, a pen, and a Sharpie in there. That's their tool jar.
And a hammer.
And one of those, it's like a kitty hammer too. It's like this big.
Ding.
It has the thing at the end where it honks.
Oh man, the tool jar. Let me check the tool jar.
I gotta check the tool sack.
Before this goes any further, it's not a tool jar; it's a tool drawer. Right?
Drawer.
No, nobody has a tool jar.
Oh, so a measuring tape is in there as well. Okay, I get it.
Jar. Somebody out there has a tool jar.
Maybe like a 6-inch ruler as well.
6 inches.
That's all you need, right?
No. Yeah. Hey, 6 inches is above average.
Well, it depends on what community you're in. There you go. Caleb, put that in your tool jar.
Yeah.
I got something like that with a thing from Ford. Ford did a thing for their expedition thing that we did for the radio, and that was like on the edge of the little bag that they gave you. Like they give you like a little gym bag, and that's like clipped on the edge of it there, like this tiny little wrench. It actually has come in handy for shit like guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually works.
It's fucking pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there.
Do you have a Gitool? Does anybody have a Gitool?
This
Yes.
is a little LL Beane Leatherman, fake Leatherman.
LL Johnny Beane.
LL
Johnny LL Beane.
I usually hear "Go to Hell, Johnny Beane." In the Van Halen group, that's what they're telling me.
Oh my God! By the way,
BTW.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm about done with that group.
I put a good sarcasm tester up there today, and boy, did people
Yeah,
fail.
I saw that too. People failed it. My favorite was, how can you save somebody who's already deceased? Hey, shut up. What the fuck is wrong with you? Especially because you were like hypothetical.
Yeah. I'm like, it's called hypothesis. And by the way, in the description, Eddie's drowning. How does that make him deceased? What the fuck?
Nah.
I missed that one.
By the way, I would like to point out Caleb Wayno, executive producer for the show, would like you to return that pickup back to the way it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay, fine.
Uh-oh. Come on.
Yeah, that's
White to white, man.
So, could you put it back, please, to the way it was?
Early
No. We're going frosted Eddie with the short hair, frosted flat top
Balance
with
era,
the goatee.
Rob Johnson era.
Fat Eddie.
Rob's Johnson era.
Fat drunk Eddie.
No, fat
Eddie's
fat clean, fat sober Eddie.
Stocky sober Eddie.
Yeah, stocky, husky, shopped in the husky section. Look, we know where Wolfgang got it from, Eddie.
Oh.
It was a year he was not able to move because of his fucking hip. The guy couldn't do anything physically. He was barely able to move on stage.
The ambulance era.
And by the way, credit where credit is due. If you watch that Toronto pay-per-view, he does kind of try to do the Eddie leap with that bad hip.
It was the last night, right?
Yeah, he makes a couple of attempts at it. I mean, clearly he doesn't get the kind of rise that he normally would get.
What about Pensacola? Pensacola was their first night.
He made a couple of moments where he tried it at the end of that tour where I was like, credit where credit is due.
That was a great. Those two, Toronto and Pensacola, were some great shows.
Toronto was fucking great.
The Irvine, even though Sammy's voice in the Irvine show is terrible, but the band sounds killer.
The Pensacola show, he starts to lose it about 5 or 6 songs into it too. He blows his voice out a little bit.
Now, I don't want to speculate, but do you think that tour had any inkling, or maybe that's not the word I'm looking for, had any kind of influence into possibly leading into the whole getting Roth back in? Because when you see some of those bootlegs and the shows you're talking about, like Sammy's voice was
kind of like Jay's doing right now.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is my voice changing too?
Here's my theory.
Staggering. You're dithering. Yeah, your video's dithering too.
Jeannie, stop downloading porn.
Oh man, Jeannie.
For crying out loud. How many times I got to tell you?
Downloading.
144 right
now. Oh, yeah, you better be downloading it.
What was that camera pointing at us last night?
She didn't
like he thinks I'm downloading.
She's looking at Lexington Steel outtakes.
Oh shit!
You guys will see me in jail.
Here's my theory, though. Here's my theory. I think sober Eddie started to rethink things. What is that? Does that mean anything?
I think he changed. His mental state was changed quite a bit at that point when he.
It's interesting. Sober Eddie.
For that period. Sober
Eddie seemed to be able to deal with Dave. You got to wonder if Sammy's
96 was he though?
You got to wonder if Sammy's.
I don't know, man. I think
if Sammy's liquor impresario focus was a bit of a trigger for Eddie to just kind of go back in, because Sammy has always been a drinker.
Do with it.
Well, I mean, I don't know about
his own brand.
I think the brothers were both really pissed about the Cabo Wabo swindle. They took it as a swindle.
Yeah, probably. By the way, I kind of take it as a swindle too. Sammy's an opportunist, man. He's a businessman. He's made more money outside of Van Halen than he's made in Van Halen.
Oh God, yeah. But at the same time, I mean, this is obviously according to Sammy, so who knows?
Hang on 1 second. Colonel's popcorn.
Why?
Oh, we're getting too controversial here for the Johnny B.
Oh, Johnny.
No, I'm selling stuff.
So, according to Sammy in his book, like, doesn't he say that, you know, when they all went in as equal partners to Cabo Wabo Cantina, like, it came to a point where it wasn't doing very well, and the other guys really didn't want to put any more money into it, which I can understand. So Sammy was like, well, I want to do all this stuff to it. I'll just buy you guys out for what you paid or whatever, you know.
By the way,
the world economy was dying too at that point.
But by the way, also selling something for what you paid for it never works out, ever.
Caleb.
Steve Carmichael.
I heard something. You guys talking about me?
Never works out, ever.
I think one of the final straws, not the final straw, but one of them, one of the things that led to the end was the solo record. You know?
Well, he owed the solo record, though. He owed that record.
No, not the first one. The second
Unboxed.
one. The Unboxed with the
high, the high hopes. Yeah.
Yes.
No, he had to do Unboxed to get out of Geffen.
No.
Yeah, he owed them.
No,
he owed
them one. The second one was to pay for his divorce. That's why he did Unboxed.
The other thing,
Johnny.
The other thing about that is
I never read the book.
I didn't read. I listened.
I got 5 of them right there.
All signed.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about the Sammy thing, and I've said this before, and you guys recognize it as well, I think. Sammy always separated himself from Van Halen. Always.
The Red Rocker.
He was always the Red Rocker, Sammy Hagar. He had to be something else. He had to be, I am Sammy Hagar, and these guys are Van Halen. And it was even since day one, it was that way. Sammy has never been a team player in any fucking band he's ever been in. That's why Montrose didn't work, that's why he left Montrose, because it was Ronnie Montrose's band and Sammy didn't get any credit. Look at all of the bands that Sammy's been in outside of Van Halen. It's Sammy Hagar and the Wabos, Sammy Hagar in the Circle.
He's a solo artist.
He's always been a solo artist since day one.
I
when
would
Eddie
argue 5150 was a team effort.
Not live, it wasn't. Not live, it wasn't. Alex Van Halen, Michael Anthony, Alex Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen, the Red Rocker, Sammy Hagar.
Yeah.
He always gave himself an individuality.
It's like Diamond Dave. I mean,
but Diamond wasn't Diamond Dave, though. That was a joke thing. Sammy was Dave was never established before Van Halen.
And
Sammy,
they never announced Dave as Diamond Dave. Like he announced himself.
Yes.
Red
As
Rocker, Sammy Hagar.
The Red Rocker live and made a point.
Sammy Hagar has never been a team player.
Just a title. I don't know. I mean,
we love you though, Sammy, and we'd love to have you on the show. And Nerd Halen would love to open. So
just remember,
just putting it out there.
Even HSAS, Sammy was top billing.
If he at least he made
the singer, man. The singers always get the top. They should. They should.
Not if you're in a band, they don't. Not if you're in a band. It didn't matter. Eric Clapton wasn't Eric Clapton and Derek and the Dominoes.
No, I'm saying as far as your name being first.
I don't know about that.
If you're perceived as the front man of the band, you know.
Was Sammy the front man? I mean,
Van Halen's different, right?
You got the front man and then Ed. I mean, who's bigger, the front man or Ed?
Who's the front man for AC/DC?
Angus.
That's right.
Who's the front man?
That's why those two bands lived.
Pete Townsend.
Yeah, Pete Townsend's the front man of the Who. Front man of Genesis was fucking Phil Collins.
All right, I'm glad you didn't say Peter Gabriel.
Well, no, they're a different band with Peter Gabriel. Peter Gabriel. That's the other thing is, I got in an argument with a friend of mine the other day about Montrose because he's like fucking. I was like, because I put that post up on Facebook that was Sammy had a bunch of moments before he got into Van Halen, and it was something from Standing Hampton that I put up, and this is one of them. And the guy was like, "Come on, you don't even fucking know who Montrose is." I'm like, "We've gone over this. You and I know who Montrose is. Most people don't give a shit. Most people only know Montrose because Sammy Hagar was in the band. And if Montrose was ever anything that was a massive band, they should be, yes, but they're a fucking like Thin Lizzy, an afterthought. They're a band that people go, oh yeah, I kind of like.
You don't hear Montrose on classic rock radio.
No, occasionally Bad
Never in Boston.
Yeah, or Rock Candy.
Or Rock Candy.
Yeah,
and the only
I hear you do,
but you never heard those songs. You never heard those songs before Sammy Hagar joined Van Halen.
That's true.
Well, in the 70s, you probably heard Montrose on the radio.
No, you really didn't.
No, I don't know.
No, Montrose was like UFO. It's a name drop band.
Yeah,
I love Sammy Hagar. I tried listening to Montrose and liking it. I couldn't like it.
Oh, I like Montrose more than a lot of Sammy solo.
Oh my god,
more than most of Sammy solo. I like Montrose.
I think the first two Montrose records are good.
Sammy has 4 good solo records. Standing Hampton's the first one. 3 Lockbox, VOA, and then
Marching to Mars.
Yeah.
No, Marching to Mars is good. Marching to Mars was
post Van Halen.
Yeah, Marching to Mars was a great record because he was pissed.
Yeah, but it fell short for any, as far.
Well, it wasn't. It was on some shitty label too, wasn't it?
Oh, what, Marching to Mars?
Yeah,
Marching to Mars was on a MCA. MCA, which we always in the radio industry refers to as mid-chart action.
Was that his first?
They went under, right?
Well, no, it's Universal. Universal owns MCA.
So why is, because I know one of the Flotsam and Jetsam records, when the storm comes down, which is one of my favorites, was on MCA.
Not a rock label.
Any streaming platform.
Leonard's
Marching to Mars is on MCA. You say,
yeah,
it's not on any streaming platforms.
Not the greatest hard rock label out there,
huh?
Not the greatest hard rock label.
What I'm saying is why that's two albums. That's two albums that I know of.
The greatest record that was ever on MCA was the Back to the Future soundtrack.
Leonard Skinner. That's their whole thing was.
Yeah, they had a MCA song
by MCA. Yeah,
yeah, because they've been screwed by MCA. MCA is not a great rock label. Mid-chart action. There was something else. It was something like Murdered. Something artists or something. There was all these
crappy artists.
Yeah, it was all this mid-level crappy artists or something like that. There was a whole bunch of shit like that. MCA has always been sort of shit on.
Yes, I don't understand why certain records are not on any streaming platforms.
Maybe they couldn't come to an agreement with the artist as far as compensation, because streaming doesn't pay artists shit. They get fractions of a penny. It's not really even beneficial to an artist to be on a streaming thing from a financial standpoint.
But I remember somebody asked one of the guys from Flotsam and Jetsam. It might have been Dane's buddy. What's his name? One of the guitar players,
right?
And he said it's not up to us. We want it on there, but just that's one record that's not on there that they have. So
maybe they couldn't get the licensing. There's also an ROI on that too. There's certain costs. Whoever owns the publishing needs to be paid. It might be something in the contract where anytime a new platform or a new avenue of distribution, they have to renegotiate the deal. Who knows?
Well, that's the thing they didn't know. That's when Def Leppard had that issue with the record label. That's why all their albums were not on any streaming,
right? Up
until what, 6 years ago, 5 years ago.
AC/DC held out for a long time too. So did Metallica.
Yeah, but Def Leppard wasn't. Well, it was a mixture of both. There was that whole thing. Like when they signed these record deals back in the early '80s, they had no idea what the record industry was going to be like in fucking 30 years, 40 years.
Right.
So all of a sudden, like the record industry, the record label's like, well, wait a minute. We don't want to do this and do that. So they had to, renegotiate type of thing.
Yeah, all the record labels. I mean, when you talk about it, I hate to quote Courtney Love but she wrote an article. She wrote an article back for Salon.com years ago and explained how bands end up bankrupt after signing a record deal. And it was real simple. Let's say you got 5 guys in the band, all right? And you know this, Jay. You get an advance, you get signed, you get an advance of $1 million. Well, out of that $1 million has to come the production costs of the album, the backline costs for any equipment, the touring costs, the video costs, and all that shit, and then the per diem for the band for while they're recording and all that shit. And then the artist chargeback bill rolls, and for every record sold, the the band, if they're lucky, gets $1 to split 4 ways or 5 ways, depending on what the royalty rate is. If the publisher gets more or the songwriter gets more or whatever it is. So you're talking about $1 split 5 ways. That's 40 cents a guy. You know, not even 40 cents a guy, 20 cents a guy. And they have to sell 1 million records just to break even. So how many bands sell 1 million records? And now they're barely out of the fucking red. So making money through album sales was just a non-existent thing. And it was Courtney Love who fucking dimed it out, which was the weirdest thing.
Well, I mean, I could tell you firsthand. I mean, when we signed our deal, we got a $10,000 advance between the 5 of us. That helped buy you know, some of our gear that we ended up using. And then the record cost was $80,000. Oh. Now it wasn't just recording. You're talking about hotels.
Yep, per diem,
food. Yeah, the per diem, like all that stuff comes out of the recording budget
for about $12.
So, and I'm trying to think what we got per record. It was something like that. It was something about $1 a record.
Dude, real quick, Tonics was $300,000 for their debut record.
It's insane.
And then we got $20,000. The touring.
Tour support.
Tour support. And once we went to Europe, that was gone. Like when we came back, we were literally sleeping in the van in January, in like Northeast, weather. So everyone thinks it's all fun and games, but and it's really like it's crazy.
Oh
stuff.
No, it's from the time you record, from the time you do the advance to the recording, and then you're sitting in that van. All you're thinking about is the word recoup.
Yep. Yes. Artist chargeback.
And when do you recoup? Like the distance of time till that moment, because that's when you start to go, somewhat black, and it's uphill. It's not easy.
Yeah, and as well, the 2005 Ozfest, the label paid on, like the bands pay to get on those. Obviously, not not the big bands,
but it's a pay to play situation.
The second stage bands, those bands, except for like Rob Zombie and those ones, the headlining second stage bands, they're not going to pay. But the lower tier bands, like we were, the label had to pay to get on there, and then you have to have a bus for Ozfest. You couldn't show up in a van. You're playing Arizona. If we were in a van, we would have been deep crap. So anyway, all that stuff adds up. And the last we heard X amount of years ago is like we barely recouped all that stuff, and which is cool. I guess we never had to pay anything out of pocket, but
that's how a lot of bands break up. They have to dissolve the corporation and claim
we dissolved it.
Yeah, to become bankruptcy, and then you start a new corporation later on the end. The Chinese Democracy example is a great one. Chinese Democracy famously cost around $15 million to make that record, and when it came out, Axl signed an exclusive deal with Best Buy to be the exclusive retailer for Chinese Democracy. And he recouped all of it.
Jesus.
So he ended up walking away scot-free, not owing anybody any money. He didn't make anything, but Best Buy basically paid $15 million to be the exclusive retailer for Chinese Democracy. And Axl immediately turned that money over to the record company and said, "Thank you."
He'll get walked away. Though,
Yeah, but who gives it? Who wants the publishing for Chinese Democracy?
Yeah, I know. But he thought it was going to be, massive.
The leverage, no matter what, he was going to make out good in that deal.
Yeah, he ends out
first Guns N' Roses album in 15 years or whatever it was.
Yeah, but look at that. Look at what it was.
It was nothing. I mean,
it shouldn't have been a Guns N' Roses record.
No, it shouldn't have been.
It should have been an Axl Rose record.
Yeah. But he had the rights to the name, and it probably helped him in the long run. Axl, he probably could have put out 3 solo albums in the time it took him to put out Chinese Democracy. But
I wish Jay would share more of his Ozfest stories. They are very insightful and interesting and fast.
Hey, Jay,
what do you want to know? Like,
Jay, were you on the Ozfest that Wicked Wisdom was on?
Yes. Yep. We played right after them. It would cycle. So, unless they were the last.
Where's the DVD?
The DVD. I have the Blu-ray that John Biel was kind enough to send. I have it right here. There it is.
Can you can you confirm the well-known rumor
of what?
Well,
there we
go. We can't. I don't want to talk about it publicly. I just wanted to know if you could confirm it.
Well, text me it and I'll tell you if it's true or not.
I got it from the other side of it, so I'm just want to know
who did Sharon bone?
If that person was full of shit.
Oh, I don't know about any boning. I know that there was one time where, because Rob Zombie was the headliner of the second stage, and one of the shows, kind of in the middle of Ozfest, the guys from Mastodon, who were cool as hell, by the way, they used and I guess borderline trashed Rob Zombie's. They had their own trailer with like a bathroom and a shower in it, you know. So the guys from Mastodon, I guess, used their trailer or Rob Zombie's trailer and ripped, you know, one of the handles got ripped off. The band, like, this basically ruined it a little bit. So they got, I guess, banned from playing like the next show or something. But the cool thing for us was every other band on the second stage got to play an extra song. So instead of us playing 3 songs, we got to play 4 that next show. So it was awesome. I was like, hey, can anybody else get banned for an extra show so we can play an extra song? You know?
Rob Zombie, by the way, grew up a couple blocks from here.
So
did you say grew up or threw up?
Grew up.
Could have been both.
Hometown. What does anybody want to know? Does anybody want to know anything? I'm not that big into gossip because I don't want to screw myself and say the wrong thing, and next thing you know, Trivium
after show.
Robot Master Switch, Trivium. We actually shared a bus with Trivium, which for a little while in the beginning wasn't very nice.
The Trivium guys at one point were kind of dickheads.
They were young, and I'm sure if I was 18 years old on Ozfest, I probably would have been the same way.
They thought they were Pantera.
But Corey, the guitar player, me and him got along awesome. He's cool as shit. So
we had them at a show. It was either in Sacramento or Kansas City, and they walked around like their shit didn't stink, and they didn't realize that they were still early on in this game. And you see that happen with a lot of bands, like we were just talking about. They get signed, they get their advance money, and they walk around and they're a touring unit, and they think that they're not paying attention to the recoupable. They're not paying attention to these other things. They just think it's fucking a gravy train has begun, and they walk around. There was another band called Cool for August that used to do that.
I saw a lot of them when I was working in Hampton.
Yep. They go, here today, gone later today.
Yep.
And they don't realize it.
That's pretty much us.
But no. But you got to be a bit of, you got to be humble and sort of walk it right, because if you Kevin Dubrow disease, you end up with Kevin Dubrow disease, or the guy from Operator, the band Operator, which was a fucking fantastic band with a fantastic album. The kid sounds exactly like Chris Cornell, fantastic singer, but an asshole, complete asshole, and it fucked that band, because that band should have been big. That band should be bigger than Five Finger Death Punch, who is another band full of, unstable individuals.
They have a great guitar player now in Andy James.
Godsmack going out on their first tour. They opened in the club that I worked at, and what's his name? Sully got a whole shipment of brand new Gibsons. He got a whole shipment of Gibson Les Pauls coming in, and he goes out to the parking lot and starts dragging it around the parking lot and wearing out the guitar. He's like, scraping it on the road cases and just trying to, just to make it look like it was worn out. Not that I mean they were a great band to work with, but it was just kind of that, the green guys on tour for the first time.
Hold on.
The green guys.
My wife is in the chat right now, and she says, no, Jay loves gossip. Hold on a second.
Hold on.
I love gossip.
Wait,
when
Jay and Jeannie have beef?
I like to give her my. Never mind.
Oh, come on. Hi, Ellie.
I love gossip when it's other people.
I hope Ellie's asleep.
When it's other people, I love it. I love it. Like, oh man, listen. I love listening into conversations. Like if Jeannie's on the phone with somebody, I'm like, ooh, what's going on? Who said what?
On the outside looking in, it's
when it's my gossip, nah, I don't want to.
Jay's in the background. Jay's in the background going, "Oh no, she did it."
Girl, you need to show him the hand.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
So I mean, here's
And
the
a bag
thing,
of chips.
Here's the thing, like the tours that we did, like we weren't really one of those bands that were big partiers and that type of thing. So we don't really have that great of stories. I told one last night with when somebody asked if we played the Machine Shop in Detroit, and that was a show we played with Mushroom Head. They headlined, we opened, and there was another band on the show. Oh yeah,
Really?
there was another band on the show. I'm not going to name the band.
That mic is great.
I'm not going to name the band, but after the show was over and everything, we're in the parking lot hanging out by the van, and one of the guys from one of the other bands, he was banging this chick in the chick's car, but like she's in the car, he's outside of the car. And, giving her the hucklebuck. But like he must have had. We're on Saturday night now, so I'm just going to say this. He must have had the shortest wiener because he was.
Wait. Hucklebuck wiener? What the hell kind of a show is this?
He was giving her the quick pumps, man, like the tiniest little thrusts. And we're all in the van, like giggling our little butts off, because nothing's happening with us, so we're just watching other people have fun. But it was fun. Like that's the type of thing. We weren't big, like, going into parties. I remember one show. It was a different tour. Anyway, I'm not going to say the bands or whatever, but we get to this venue and there's a green room downstairs, right? This big open area, pool table, all the bands are hanging out. And I go downstairs and the first thing I see is some paraphernalia on one of the tables.
Drug paraphernalia?
One of the guys from one of the other bands, maybe, powdering his nose a little bit. And I walked right back upstairs and I was like, I don't want to be around that stuff, man. Like I understand it's a part of rock and roll.
Wait, there are drugs in the music industry?
Apparently.
So,
I just didn't want to be around. I didn't, it didn't make me feel comfortable, especially.
I get it.
So around that time, I had a mini 13-inch monitor.
I'm glad you said monitor.
Into the back of the van where I hooked my Xbox 360 up to.
I'm glad you said Xbox.
Yeah. So I literally played Xbox for the majority of a lot of these tours,
So one could say you played with yourself the whole tour.
Yeah.
It's like Spinal Tap.
It was awesome.
What was it? They were playing Atari on the Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
So I just, that wasn't really my thing. I mean, we drank and stuff like that, but nobody in the band was really, that crazy. We never hit that point either. Like we weren't rock stars. Yeah. We didn't have the excess of stuff. Like you show up to a bill or to a gig and there's just groupies hanging out and you walk in, you're like, whoa, what's going on here, boys? We never had any of that stuff.
Are you trying to say Gizmachi doesn't draw the chicks like Poison?
Man.
We didn't do bad. We should have dressed like that. Maybe that's what would have got it that way.
All right, if you had to, which of the guys in Gizmachi?
What is it?
Jeannie's brother.
Mary, fuck Mary, or what's the other one? Screw,
kill,
Mary, kill.
Yeah.
Here's a good hypothetical for Jay.
Johnny,
Jay.
John, and Jay are drowning.
Jay, you Gizmachi opens for Van Halen.
How fast into the first song we get up stage?
It says, "Hey Jay, come here, man. Come here." Offers you a bump. You do it?
No. Nope.
Good for you. What year though? What year would?
Well, yeah. If we're talking 80s, I mean, if I was in that age.
Are we in South America at the time?
Jay's 6 years old. Jay's 6 years old.
Or is this like?
Oh yeah, I'm in.
Is this ditch gack from from Compton, or are we talking about South American Bolivian marching band?
No, they had the good stuff. I think it sounds like they always had the good stuff.
Nope. I would never. I don't care. I would
It
never
only
do any of
takes
that
one.
stuff.
It only takes that's a slippery slope as far as
Okay, that's honest.
I wouldn't.
I've never
I might
done
do a little
that.
puffy, poofy, you know.
I've never done that.
If Eddie asks you, you got any fist fights within Gizmachi?
Recently, almost.
No. Well, me and the old singer from Gizmachi are cousins. And we used to fist fight all the time growing up.
cousins.
So, but never when we were in the band. You know, we'd argue. Me and him would argue, but there were never any fist fights in the band. He was the only tough guy in the band too, the singer.
Tough guy.
None of the other guys, myself included, you know, none of us are tough guys. So,
Something I was thinking of. What do you got?
How's that neck pickup sound like that?
Dude.
Sound great?
Oh, yeah.
So what made Eddie flip that pickup?
Probably the look, right?
Now, was that his first guitar with a neck and a bridge?
Yes. Well,
he's
official,
more
or less. Right.
He had Les Pauls, and I'm sure
took
he
the
did a lot
bridge
of
off of that. I mean, the neck off of that for.
Yeah, you know what? He probably experimented with flipping the neck pickup in Les Pauls way before, and knew which way he liked it. But you know, it took him a couple of years to do it in this one, so he probably just was bored. He's said and been quoted that most of the stuff he did with his guitars he did because he was bored, not because of anything else. So
The Smithsonian interview, he says that. You know, he says he's out of just wasn't happy.
Oh, and we fixed the E string. Thanks, guys.
Yes.
There you go.
Now you don't really need to take it to your guy.
I was going to say,
Caleb, you know.
Well, it definitely needs a truss. It needs a truss. There's a little bowing.
Boeing 747.
John, you go first, then I'll go second.
I'll just say it because I was watching some of that Fresno footage, and I was thinking, when did Eddie realize he was a superstar? Before or after the first album? Before the first album, do you think?
Before, dude.
That he was just
people were coming to see that band because of the guitar player, and not because of anything else.
I mean, you watch him in 1978, and he knows he's the man. I mean, not arrogantly, but he knows he's the man. Like, you can just watch him on like playing Eruption. How many brand new bands do a guitar solo for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever it was in 78?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and you know, Templeman had already seen them and signed them, and the reason he did was for no other reason that he knew he was watching one of the greatest musicians he'd ever seen in his life, not guitar players, just musician. And that's how he didn't even think guitar when he saw Eddie Van Halen the first time. He thought musician. He created this music, that's,
it's just amazing. I mean, I kind of clicked to this week I was watching some of that footage, and like, he knows he is the man. In 1978, he knew he was the man, like everyone else looked up to. I mean, and it wasn't arrogant. It wasn't anything. He just knew that, he was creating something new, and
it probably forced him to drink even more. So,
well, and he always talked about stage fright. He always did have a little bit of that every time he went on stage.
I hate that you're talking about Eddie Van Halen in the past tense.
So, Caleb, when I got this guitar from Cameron Brown, the high E string was so close to the edge of the fretboard. It was like unbelievable. And because of Johnny telling me how to do this type of stuff with my Wolfgang back there, I knew that,
it's right in the middle of the pole piece now. See that?
Yeah, it's good to go. The pickup is crooked though. If you see that.
Yeah.
Yep. But
way to go, Cameron. You fucked them good.
Well, Cameron had it and it was hanging off the board. And I was like, dude, did you ever realize? Like, no, I never even noticed.
Right?
Well, he's so good that it doesn't matter, I guess.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So
it didn't matter
sick.
for him. So I did the same thing. I just put a a spunk towel or a spunk rag underneath the trim, loosen the screws a little bit, crank the shit out of it. But hey, that's an issue, I think, with some of these guitars where, the neck pocket isn't as tight as it should be on some of these. I mean, that shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be, when they put these together, especially handmade guitars like you have, when they seat those things, they should look and say, okay, that's not lined up right. Let me fix that, because this neck pocket is kind of, if you actually get in there and open this bitch up, they could have done a better job.
But you got to also think of this too, Jay. The weight of the guitar, if you're down at the end of the neck, you're using that as a balance point. You could easily, the neck could shift. I mean, if it came out of the factory straight, it still could have shifted the minute you pick it up, and you do anything like that to shake the guitar on a bolt-on neck. There's going to be some play. There's going to be some give. There's going to be some, whether it's humidity or altitude or whatever it is, wood swells, wood contracts, and sometimes things shift. I mean, that's the difference between a bolt-on. That's why people like neck-through designs, because they claim the neck is more stable.
Yeah,
like those guitars we were showing earlier.
the Dracula guitars.
What was it? Arda?
Arbor?
Arda.
Don't care.
Neil Daly, that barbecue he's asking was in September of 2019. Yes.
What's going on? What's up? We're drinking beer.
I like barbecue.
That was fun.
Barbecue. Or Barba Papa.
I like Crucial Barbecue by Murphy's Law.
The best part of that gig was we started that opening crescendo and Hal goes, "Sorry, neighbors."
Everybody within the sound of my voice.
What?
Sorry, neighbors.
Robot Master Switch is saying, Jeannie, he drank a Mike's Hard something earlier.
Whoa.
Hold on a second.
Wait,
Jeannie
what?
Jeannie, I brought it down. And Jeannie finished it. So I don't want to hear nothing. I couldn't finish it. It was nasty.
Was that on Kids in the Hall? Girl drink drunk?
And CK says, at Jeannie, Jay doesn't drink beer. I drink beer, but I drink rum more often.
As you get older, you realize.
Beer, but I drink
as you get older, you realize beer is just mouthwash. It's too expensive. It's a lot of drinking for a little reward. If you're gonna get drunk, drink something with some alcohol in it.
Well, it's the way to end up in the night. You liquor
beer
before
is
beer and end up with a couple of beers. Just
beer is a nice. It's a nice pretend drink, like you're drinking alcohol, but
like social, just hanging out.
Yeah. If you're just hanging out and stuff, but if you're looking to get fucking drunk, don't waste your time drinking a 12-pack of beer because it's expensive and it's
don't
fattening.
drink the top shelf stuff either.
Now you learn when you get older that if you're looking to grab a buzz quick, you grab something with some serious alcohol in it.
Drink
You
smarter,
learn
not harder.
when you get older to stop
Yeah,
and just forget it
If you're
Hopefully.
because it's not worth it.
Well,
Not everybody does.
sometimes.
I don't know how Jeannie does it. She drinks a lot.
Wait a minute.
That's why I say drink smarter, not harder.
She drinks wine. She drinks beer.
Oh.
She loves
It is delicious.
It is delicious.
It
She
is.
bought 4 cases of beer tonight at the store.
Good for her.
Oh, this is
Mostly
the slide I
IPAs.
use.
I can't drink those IPAs. They're disgusting.
I use one of these minis. It's really cool.
Wow.
Do I have a slide in here?
Yeah. I did the Take Me Back solo this week, which, by the way, has 9,000 views. Crazy. And in just a couple of days.
How much did
how
you
does
pay?
that work?
How much?
How does that work? How does that work?
How much did it cost to get
You're that good,
Dude, I swear.
9,000 views, 7 likes? Oh God, yes, CK. Jeannie drinks way more than I do. Kidding me? And I do not drink rum straight. I drink rum and Coke or whatever.
He drinks rum. He drinks rum when he's dressed in women's clothing and sashaying. That's usually when he drinks rum.
Yeah. It's all new guitar now, isn't it, buddy?
Dude, new strings, nothing like it.
Let's hear I'm the one.
In standard?
Like, correct.
All right, I'm fading and I got to let the dogs out, so I'll see you guys later.
Oh, see what happens? Caleb.
Good night, man.
All leaves. Jesus.
Is there beef? Do we have beef?
I guess so.
We must have beef.
Arby's.
I'm literally like, my eyes are watering. I'm like, why are my eyes watering? Oh yeah, I'm falling asleep. I got to go to bed.
That happens.
Man. I'm tired.
It's got nothing to do with the show. It's like literally but the 13 minutes they're gonna be spent taking the dog out.
Yeah. Jay, before you leave, I want to show you something cool. I just saw this.
I'm so hungry I could eat Arby's.
Hi, Paul.
I'm so hungry. It feels like an Arby's night. I have to delete something though. What should I delete?
Yes, I have a bottle of Captain Morgan's in the freezer.
I want to keep that one.
I have Kraken in the freezer. I have Captain Morgan's in the freezer.
Kraken.
I have a bottle of the local distilleries spiced rum in the freezer.
I'll delete that.
I have a bottle of cane rum in the freezer. I have a bottle of
anything.
Bottle of anything and a jelly donut. Do I have a bottle of Sammy's? Well, I have this.
No, Steve Anderson's good.
But I'm not going to drink this one. This is signed John BL.
Man.
Oh,
is that a real signature or is that printed?
Come on, Jay. Let me have some of that.
Is that printed or is that a real signature?
That's not real.
So if you want some, this is actually really tasty. I gotta get another bottle of
brown liquor.
Really good stuff.
Jay, before you go, how did we get so small?
That's what she said.
What happened? There's 4 of us.
Yep.
Wait,
what happened to Captain? I thought he was around tonight.
Planter's Punch. What's that?
Planter's Peanuts.
I guess we got to be. That's how it's got to be. Check this out, Jay. I don't know if you saw this. Caleb, maybe you saw this. I just saw this just a second ago. Because I just shared on my EVH Gear Live fan Instagram the stories for tonight's video. But yeah, I just saw this. This is very cool. John BL. I know you haven't seen this. But this is during the recording of Carnal Knowledge.
Yeah, Ted. Ted and Andy Johns.
Those are some short shorts, man.
Andy Johns is a big dude.
Looks like it.
I wonder whose 928 is that?
I don't know. That's a cool.
Is that a 928?
Where's Sam?
John BL.
Mike's glasses, man.
Ed too. Look at Ed's. They look like hearts.
Yeah. Eddie wore glasses then. Yeah.
He's worn glasses the whole time.
That's how much of a nerd I am. I started wearing glasses regularly in 1991 when I saw the Musician magazine with him wearing them. That's when I'm like, okay, I'll wear them from now on, and it's been like that ever since.
I'll wear glasses.
What kind of watch is Mike wearing? A Van Halen watch? It almost looks like it's got the VH logo on it.
Oh, I don't know. I guess we could scroll.
I guess we
zoom in, but
those glasses they almost look like they're photoshopped.
Nah,
they look fake.
That's a cool picture, though. I just saw that.
Totally. Is that right outside 5150?
Mm-hmm.
I would assume, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Absolutely.
Man.
Cool. Yeah, very cool.
Very cool.
Any more New photos, rare photos. What else is going on in the group? What are people arguing about?
Oh, in the group?
Yeah.
I bounced a few people today. There was this one guy. I don't know names. And any of you that are watching this,
you just don't want to say
if I bounced you, I got rid of you because you were just you kept on with something where it just wasn't cool. You know.
Oh, I love people just saying like they call you names and shit, and I'm like, oh, because if I was an administrator, like that would be it.
Yeah. People come after me. No, somebody somebody was messing with Kevin Dugan was a couple days ago.
Oh shit!
And
he'll fuck you up.
And he was what the dude was saying. He was like, oh well, you're so lucky since you got to take Mike's trash out. You know, like he was like, yeah, he was saying this stuff. And I'm like, dude, do you know who you're talking to? And he's like, yeah.
You were Kevin Dugan.
Yeah. And so I let the guy stay on for a couple days, and Kevin responded to the guy, saying something, and then the guy was in there today, and he kept saying stuff, and I'm like, later, dude, you know, you're out of here. I mean, you know, you're talking to my friend, you know, and it's not cool.
Johnny, you got to start giving Kevin the link every week.
Yeah, dude, Kevin's got to go restock the picks in
see this,
in the drawer of the tech cabinet there. So don't give him any shit. All right,
picks, right? Wrong.
Yeah, it's like the guy knew who he was talking to and he didn't care.
There's a towel underneath the picks. Okay,
I know the guy who works for me,
but he also throws your beers on stage. You know.
Oh, I love that clip. When he's holding his hand out.
There he is.
Dugan. We love you, man. Let's talk.
Come on, selfie stick.
Caleb's unofficial.
Yeah. He's a cool dude. And yeah, he will be on here with us. I mean, he told me he would.
You keep saying that.
No, he's busy now because Sammy's back on tour. So watch any of those videos and you see him. You see him there. You know, they were just in Florida.
Which, by the way, that's great to see them back out on the road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was watching all those clips that I could find.
Well, make sure he comes on Saturday night because Friday night it'll just be you two. And I mean, come on, I got questions.
We'll all just jump on if he comes on anytime. We'll probably all.
We'll all just jump in, right, Johnny?
The last time he called me, because he calls me, we talked for an hour. The time before that, we talked for 3 hours. He called me.
And did you ask him any deep questions, like anything, you know, that we would ask him? Any of the? Did he? You know, I don't know.
I mean, it was. We talked about technical stuff, like gear stuff.
This guitar is so sick.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I have a list of questions for him. Did you ever take any home movies on tour? I'd love to see some backstage movies. I'm sure some of those guys on the road, on the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the backstage stuff, that's something that I'm sure those guys don't really want out, you know?
Yeah, but some of it, you know, edited, although Kevin doesn't seem that technically.
Well, when we talk to Stuart Copeland, you can, you know, he'll tell you he released a movie. Of all that. Have you seen that? Everyone, yes.
I have it.
Yeah. That's a great one, man.
That is great. Super 8.
You know, it's a good sound. You wouldn't think it. The middle position on this guitar. You notice that, Johnny?
Mm-hmm.
Was it that good before you flipped it?
Yeah, I mean, it was good before, but I mean,
even better.
No, I'm serious. Because the middle position on any two humbucker guitar that I have, it's shit.
No,
the unusable position on a guitar.
The Music Man has a very unique tone to it. Like it's very unique. Like especially with mine, with my guitar. I mean, if I heard my Music Man out of any lineup of guitars, I could pick it out of anything.
That one's mine.
Because it just has a certain sound to it.
It's got a dirty fretboard. It's mine.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what's also awesome? This little freaking Roland Cube I've had for 20 years. It's so sick.
Yeah.
This amp, dude. Anybody wants a little practice amp for home? I know those Yamahas are sick too, but this thing has never let me down. It's such a great sounding amp.
Oh, I've got one right here. I don't want to touch it because the last time, were we live? Ned brought a gopher in and laid it right on the handle of the amp. Were we live that night?
No.
Gophers, nice.
Yeah, he left it right there. Yeah.
Gopher.
Yes. I think I'm gonna be playing all night. Fuck. Not good.
Awesome.
Yes.
Let's see. Leave. Oh wait, I'm staying there. Is anybody live?
Jay's done. Jay is done.
I was before I came upstairs tonight. Me and Jeannie were in the kitchen, and I was like, "Man, I'm friggin'
we're gonna have
already."
We're gonna have to move this up an hour just because Jay's getting older, and
my kids are getting up earlier.
No,
the older you get, but John, you don't have kids, okay? It's a whole different story.
Yes.
No, I do not know about that world.
It's a different story.
Yeah.
They don't wait. They don't wait for daddy to wake up.
They don't give a shit.
I feel
fucking give a shit.
It's like BL and I, we don't have kids, but we have to get up anyway at 7 in the morning to watch cartoons ourselves.
You know? Right. You lucky charm.
and eat the Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah. Oh man, lucky charm.
But I do it to myself too. I mean, even during the week, I'll be up until 3 a.m. and I'm like, what am I doing? And then next thing you know, Killian wakes up, Ellie wakes up, and I'm like, why did I stay up till I can't do it anymore? And then the next night, I'm up till 3 a.m. again. I'm like, what am I do it to myself. I really do.
Yeah.
Doing what?
I can't say that on here.
On the dark web.
Dude, sometimes I literally just sit up here and just
wait a minute.
No, I'm serious. Just sit up here and just watch. That's either before or after. But
well, that's the problem. Is after, you're super tired.
Yeah. No, I just
it was great last year when we were on
just do nothing,
and I didn't have to go into work. I'm the same as you. I was staying up till 3 a.m. doing nothing, and before you know it,
but there's not that
But you don't. I know.
Of you stayed up till 3 a.m. and then 7 o'clock rolls around and.
But I miss those days. You can still do it once in a while. I can't. Well, tonight I can do it Saturdays. That's about it.
Jay is on bar time. Yeah.
All right,
Last
John
call.
BL. Last minute.
Call.
Take us home.
Well, have a great Memorial Day weekend, everyone. Celebrate it. Thank you to all the of those we are in memorial of, fallen soldiers, etc. I guess.
Jesus, John.
I don't know what to do.
You didn't plan that out at all, did you?
No, not at all.
Oh my gosh. What the?
Enjoy the day off on Monday. Let's have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you next time. That's about all I got. Sorry.
Well, I think it was smeared on his whiteboard. He wrote something out, but it got smeared.
Don't forget to say thank you to all the soldiers and everyone. It's because that's what Memorial Day is all about, and the US Festival anniversaries and that stuff too.
Yes.
Have a great week, everyone, and nope. Let's try the other one. 3, 2, 1.
Oh wait, we just said goodbye to people.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, we just said goodbye.
That's a lot of people.
Goodbye, everybody. Don't leave. Do not leave.
Sending them somewhere? Is there
well, I was gonna, but they take 20 minutes to shout us out. So, although I just said Johnny been raiding their chat, we didn't even raid them. The people in their chat are saying, "Hey, Johnny." No.
Never a skip.
Although let me just say,
let
me just say, I'm going to stay up for a while. If anybody wants to join me,
Oh, you twitching?
There's a link in the chat, and I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do some GTA.
You're gonna do some damage.
What year?
8 years ago.
Yo, the best thing. Hold on a second before we go.
That's the best one.
So Johnny messages me early in the week or whenever it was, and he's like, "Hey, I just got GTA 5, and I'm gonna start twitching, or playing on Twitch and streaming and stuff." Then he's like, "I can't believe this game actually runs on my computer or something." I look it up. I'm like, dude, the game is 8 years old. Like, why wouldn't it run on your? It's not like it's very like graphically, like demanding on your computer.
Yeah.
Windows 95.
Yeah. It's a lot of it beats the iPad version of it though, man.
See, that looks right, Caleb, doesn't it?
It looks right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I pushed the wire back in the hole, by the way.
Except for the D-tuner.
So the wire was already extended.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff, man.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks for talking me into it.
I'm glad you did it on the show. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not really, but kind of.
Oh, all for the show, man. Anything for the show.
It's good content.
Awesome.
Have a great night, everybody.
All right. Good night, everybody. And again, I'm going to stay up. If you want to join me, jump over there in about 10 minutes. I'll be live.
Now, how do you have it set up, Johnny? Do you have like you in the corner and then the game on? Okay.
That's Johnny in the corner.
Yeah, it's like that, but like really, really small, and then just the game. Although it's well.
So
do you curse?
Driving around town and like smashing into people and everything, beating people and all that? Cool.
Yeah.
Do you curse on it?
No.
Oh, come on, Johnny.
Well, I guess I could.
Let's unleash the real Johnny Beane.
I could.
Let's hear one right now. Go fuck yourself.
Go funk yourself.
Where's the boo button?
I got the ball.
Yes, Robot Master Switch. Yeah, that's the big thing over there is the hot tubs. Yeah. Jay, if you do you know about this?
I know.
We know.
Amaranth, or what's her name?
Yeah.
I can't even listen to her talk. She's so annoying.
That's why you keep the volume off.
Oh God. One of my buddies loves her, and I'm like, dude, she's so. Just listen to her talk. It's
all she does is stand there in a pool of water. Yeah. Yeah, that's the big thing now over there.
And people are paying her buttloads of money.
She has 12,000 people watching her at a time. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What is that? What kind of money is that?
Well, she has like the OnlyFans as well, and then all the other stuff. She's getting paid, man.
Yeah.
Paid.
Yeah, for some reason I'm following her. So
and Gizmoski can't even sell a goddamn T-shirt, and we're actually putting out something that's cool, music.
Yeah, I was watching her walking her dog around the yard one time.
That's entertainment right there.
Yeah. All right. So in 10
wait. There was one where she went to the gym late at night or something.
She said gym.
Yeah.
And she had like a
Why do we all know about this?
I don't know. Shit.
Like one of them was like a superhero, like a outfit on or something. I remember seeing that one. Like I don't know if it was like a Spider-Man or a Venom outfit or I don't know. Yeah, I don't have boobs. That's why. That's why nobody buys our music.
Jeff Davidson, I do have one. I do have. Well, it's not really set up, but I do have one. All right, so in about 10 minutes or so, if I'll be live over there. If you want to jump over there, just search Johnny Beane over there. You can watch me crash cars.
Nice.
And curse.
And curse. Maybe I'll curse. Yeah.
Run over hookers.
That's right. Never played GTA. So.
Oh, dude, it's awesome, man.
Yeah. Carmageddon. Anyone remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Late '90s Carmageddon.
Yeah.
Caleb's got a problem with my mic here.
Well, you blasted it earlier, and maybe you end up screwing your stuff.
We're all set. We're good. I think we're good. You don't have to listen to me anymore, Caleb.
Oh, come on.
When?
It's always the after show.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn.
All right.
All right.
Good night, John Bill.
Good night.
Oh my God.